All right. Hello, everybody. How you doing? Happy Friday. Welcome to Infantry Outdoors live stream. Tonight we will be talking all about homesteading. I hope you guys are having an awesome evening. Happy Friday to you. Happy making it through the work week. Trying to get things set up here. I don't have the producer again to start the show, so I'm kind of getting the hang of this all by my lonesome. And I'm waiting on this tablet to pop up with the actual live stream. So I actually wonder if I'm live streaming or not, because it sure is not popping up here tonight. What's going on? Hope everybody's having an awesome day. Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. What's going on? I'm not finding the stream. Oh, there it is. There we go. Hot dog. I'm not finding the stream. Oh, there it is. All right. So good evening, everybody. Welcome to the broadcast. I'm DJ Infantry, your favorite blind sniper, your favorite blind guy doing what I do. I hope you guys are having an amazing Friday, end of the work week, end of everything that transpired this week. I hope it was good for you. I hope you had a great day, a great week, and I hope that you're going to have an awesome holiday weekend this weekend. Again, I don't have the producer here to start, but we're going to make the program happen until she arrives. So what we're going to do is, like I always do, we're going to kick off the broadcast and get the business done, get all that stuff so we can get into the fun. Tonight's broadcast is brought to us by Silver Connections Group. Whether you're looking for a social media boost, a Google ranking boost, or a new webpage, my friends at Silver Connections Group have that all handled for you. Check them out today at silverconnectionsmobile.com. And of course, I want to give a big shout out to my friends at Water Purification Products. If you guys are looking for pure water at your fingertips, let my boy Jerry and his team take care of all of that for you. Now, they do ship nationwide. They are licensed and bonded, and they've got pretty much everything you guys could possibly want for your water purification needs, whether it's portable, whether it's a well on your house. And that's going to fit into tonight's program of homesteading. So, Big Boons, big brother, Big Boons. How you doing, bro? Happy Friday. Let's see. Trying to read the comments, guys. Boons, how you doing, brother? Hope everything's good with you. I love that welding video you did this week. Really awesome job. I wish it's something I want to try one of these days. I'm going to get my hands on a welder and just screw up some metal or something. I'll figure it out. But yeah, the business is pretty much done, guys. Remember that if you like the broadcast, give it a thumbs up. Be sure to thumbs up on your way in so you don't forget to thumbs up on the way out. Share it out to everybody. We're talking homesteading tonight, and my special guest will be Homesteading. Y'all know Mo from around the way here on YouTube. Well, she's going to be my guest tonight, and we are going to educate you on the wonderful world of homesteading and what it takes to start a homestead and to make one successful. Happy Friday. You know, Boons, brother. We got to do it right. We got to get our coffee. We got to get our Coke and our smile. We got to get our cookies and milk. And cheers to Big Boons. Who else do we got? Let's see. I can't read it. Dunnellin Neighbor was the first one in here tonight. And Dunnellin Neighbor, Big Boons, and Trapper J dropped a comment, said he was the first one here, but that was like this afternoon. So cheers, guys. Happy Friday. God bless each and every one of you. I hope you have an amazing night, and I hope you have an incredible holiday weekend if you're here in the States. And if you're not here in the States, have a great holiday weekend anyway. Who cares? Yeah. Cheers, guys. Good stuff. Now, I'm going to run around here. Actually, tell me to watching. All right. Well, what we're going to do is my guest tonight is Homesteading. Mo, when you're in here or whatever, drop me a comment so that I can run around and put you on. Candy Trucker, happy Friday. Hope you're having a great one. God bless you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for coming into the stream. And as always, we do a toast to each and every one of you guys every Friday night here on the program, because I know without you guys, this wouldn't be possible. So, Candy Trucker, happy Friday, happy holidays. Hope you have an awesome weekend. Cheers. So again, tonight's program is going to be all about homesteading. And Hey, happy Friday. That's right. Happy Friday. Tonight, we're going to be talking about homesteading with tonight's guest, Homesteading, once we get her up and on here. Now, again, my producer is running a little on the late side, so I'm going to be fielding everything by myself, and I apologize for that until she gets here. But if you are in the chat or pop in the chat, please drop a comment so I can run around like a chicken with my head cut off and get you on the broadcast. Homesteading is a topic tonight, and of course, if you guys have anything you want to chime into, I would love to hear from you here in the chat as well. We were going to talk about the basics of homesteading and how to make your homestead successful. Now, homesteading could be in your apartment, it can be in your home, it can be on a ranch, on a farm. There's a lot of places you can homestead and a lot of types of homesteading that you can do. But don't forget, guys, before we get into too much of it, again, like I said, I'm waiting on Mo. But before we get into too much, if you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to write to us at infantryoutdoors@yahoo.com. And we are not monetized. So if you want to support the program and you'd like to send us a PayPal donation, you will become a sponsor of the program upcoming and the week's live stream. So if you donate tonight, you will be a sponsor of next week's videos as well as the live stream. So all you got to do is go to paypal.me/infantry outdoors and you drop us a donation, and we would muchly appreciate it, because all of the donations go right back into making this program, whether it's buying gear, getting to places, paying the fees for the places, whatever it might be. It's all pretty much, that's where it comes from. So paypal.me/infantry outdoors. And then don't forget, we also have a Patreon page. You guys can become a Patreon, get first looks at videos. You can get early looks at videos. Actually, I post to Patreon. I let my Patreons get at least 2-3 days ahead of everybody. So big boom. Oh, there's Mo. Oh, wait, no. Meister Rob, hunting and stuff with Jay. So we got Bobby, hunting and stuff, big boons. So let me give Bobby and hunting and stuff their proper Friday. Happy Friday, family. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. God bless each and every one of you. I hope you're safe and well. Happy Friday. Cheers. And thank you so much for your support. It does mean a lot, guys. So anybody in the chat that I have here so far, does anybody have a homestead? Now that we got the business out the way, of course, you guys know infantryoutdoors@yahoo.com is the email. And check out our website at infantryoutdoors.com. You'll be able to see our merch, contact photos, up and coming events. We're going to be actually starting a outfitting type of thing up here in North Florida, where we'll be able to take folks camping, fishing, possibly hunting. But that's all coming up here in the future. So make sure that you bookmark your favorite new website, infantryoutdoors.com. And did anybody check out today's video? I was nominated by Shiner Guy and After 5 Outdoors for the 40 question challenge, and I did mine today. It posted out. I got about 30 some odd views today, which is not really that bad, but you know, it's all right. We're getting there. But yeah, I tagged 6 other people in the chat or in the end of that to do the challenge themselves. It was a lot of fun. I like doing these challenges primarily because it gives you guys the opportunity to get to know us a little bit better, to learn little things about us that you may or may not have already known. So I love them kind of challenges. If you guys have a challenge out there and you like to see your favorite blind sniper accomplish it, get a hold of me. You write to me in an email, or drop a link or drop a comment in the videos or something like that. I would be happy to take on any challenges that you guys want me to try to do within reason now. And we'll put a blind stamp right on it. If the blind guy can do it, hell, anybody can, right? Let me take a look at the chat real quick. Let's see. Big booms, Bob. What's up, DJ? Shiner Guy raid. Let's see. Meister Bob Fishing Life. What's up, Big Boons? That Shiner Guy. Hello. Wrights Trapping. How you doing, brother? Who else we got? Shiner Guy and hunting and stuff. Okay, so that's Shiner Guy and the Wrights Trapping, my brother Coyote. Happy Friday, fellas. Hope you have an awesome weekend. God bless you both. And thank you so much for your support. We love you guys. Happy Friday. Cheers. Oh, boy, I tell you. Fridays. Gotta love Fridays. Big Booms. Working on mine. Thanks for... You got it, Boons. Anytime, brother. You got it. You got it. You got it. Yeah, I tagged Big Boons in tonight's challenge, so he's going to be one of my 6. Like I said, Shiner Guy and After 5 Outdoors were the ones that tagged me. So only fair I tagged back 6 folks that I thought would be up to the challenge. And Coyote was one of them. Boons was another one. Jag Fishing, Darren's Northern Life, Trapper J Outdoors, and I think that's everybody. I have a hard time remembering. But yeah, guys, I'm just waiting on my guest. I'm shooting the crap while we're waiting on Homesteading. She's going to be our guest tonight, and we're going to talk all about homesteading. Now, do any of you guys in the chat currently do homesteading, have a homestead, dabble in the homesteading, get things a little kicked off here? So let me check the chat. Cheers, bottom up to all. Look at Bob, boy. Bob is like bottoms up. I ain't even playing today. Hi guys, I'm here. Mo Homesteading. All right. Mo, are you in? Did you click the link? Are you in the queue? Because I'll run around and I'll get you on with me. Just let me know in the chat if you're ready to go. I will. The producer is on her way. She's running late. She had to go get something for me last minute, and I'll get you on here in just a second. Yes. Okay. Hang on, guys. I'm gonna run around. We're gonna get Mo up here with me.
Hi, guys.
Hey, there she is, the lady of the evening. My special guest. Sorry, I'm still getting fiddled around over here. Here you go. Hey, Mo, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
I am good. It's a good holiday weekend, and it's Friday. And look, this one's from Mo right here, Mo Homesteading. Big cheers. Thank you so much for being a guest. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the love. Happy Friday.
I'm happy. Thank you for asking me.
Oh, it's a good day. It's a good day. And I'm so happy to have you here with me. And by the way, if my rules are very simple in here, if you see a comment and you want to read it. Remember, I can't see, and the producer's not here, so feel free to say anything these crazy people over here in the chat are talking about.
Okay.
But Mo, we are talking all about homesteading, which should be that's your channel's name. So I want to start by letting the viewers know a little bit about Mo Homesteading. So do me a favor and tell folks about yourself and about your channel.
Okay. Well, I lived in California, in the Los Angeles, Anaheim area for about 4.5 years. And we got a call from my daughter, and she lived in Missouri and had moved here from Vegas, and said, "Hey, Mom, house next door is for sale. You guys want to try something different?" And we talked about it a little bit and decided to do that, and bought a little house in a small town in the middle of nowhere, Missouri. And I started watching YouTube and thinking about stuff that my grandmother taught me. And we were already what I would call real food movement people. We don't like processed foods. It wasn't something we wanted to do. Right. We always looked for the more natural alternatives, that kind of thing. It's Thunder Ridge. And so when we got here and I started watching videos, I started going, okay, well, I think I'll start canning. I think I'll start doing a few things. And then and before this, I was that big business person. Okay. I was that traveling around, wearing three-piece suits, doing that. And not doing that anymore. No one that I know from, I guarantee you, from my prior life would ever think that I would harvest chickens, ever, in my lifetime. It just didn't happen. Yeah. But so I wanted to do a channel, and I thought, okay, well, I'll start a channel and I'll let people see how someone that grew up with a country grandparents moved out, went to the city, did all their stuff, and came back I'll
back.
let
Yeah.
them see. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I didn't know what a flippin' what is that? A T-post was.
Hmm.
I had no idea. I had to ask somebody what a T-post was,
Wow.
and
Well, you're green then. Like, I mean, that's really, really green.
I mean, and that's the way people are.
Yeah, man, you're absolutely right. I mean, I'm born and raised in Fort Lauderdale, Miami area. Like, it don't get this like California, like LA. It doesn't get more city than where I'm from. But when I was a kid, it wasn't that way. You know, I'm 41 years old. When I was a kid, the end of University Drive, which really wasn't that far, was the end. Like, it was swamp and farmland after that. And over the years, it became this big metropolis. So I can remember as a kid, you know, we had like the main road was a dirt road with a canal on both sides. And if a big truck came by, you had to get right on the edge, let him go by, and then go and let it, you know, keep going. So I've had the opportunity as a young kid to have the kind of country city like, yeah, I guess you would call it, like the outskirts, but then it became heavily city. And that's what me, you know, all these years now, and I have kids. It got to the point to where you have more no fishing signs and no trespassing signs than you do have bodies of water. So
where you can do anything.
Right, you can't ride a dirt bike. You can't take a four wheeler out. You can't hunt nothing but tourists because that's the only thing that's there. It just really for an outdoors person, you know, camping isn't camping. Camping isn't like in a park. And I mean, literally like your little tiny city park, not like woods or forest or nothing like that.
Right.
So it became to the point of I have to drive an hour and a half or even an hour just to do any activity. We were like, all right, no, it's time to go. It was definitely time to go.
Well, and I think it was just kind of an opportunity because it was to buy this house was nothing comparative to where we were living.
That's true too. Yeah, because when you live in the big city, I'll give you guys this, and I just moved, as many of you know or may not know. I've only been up here for 2 months. Okay, where I left, my apartment was 800 square foot. It had no amenities, no yard. The backyard was a main highway, and we were paying $1,500 a month.
Yeah, ours was 18.
Okay, now I move up here. I have 20 acres, a 1 acre pond, and a 2,500 square foot house for $1,100 a month.
Oh yeah, see, and I'm even much lower than that.
Yeah, right, because you're further out in the woods and stuff, which is awesome. But that's the reality of it, folks. Big city living, you get nothing, and you really have to work. My wife and I were working full time just to break even. And
I mean, you know, you go paycheck to paycheck and you have a little bit, you know, but it was paycheck to paycheck. And here, I don't have to work anymore. I can stay home and do things that I never got to do as far as cooking and cleaning and learning how to do, you know, all of these things. And I think for me, once I got here and I started watching a couple of homesteading channels and things like that, I just went, you know, I remember what it was. You know what it was? It was drama that got me to start my channel. YouTube drama. So what it was
right, guys?
Hi John, hi Tubby, Miss Joy, John.
And I tell you what, let me take a pause real quick. Hey guys, again, the producer's not here, so I can't do a single drink for everybody. So everybody that's recently come in after Mo came on, let me do a big Friday cheers for everybody. I'm not going to read everybody because I don't have the producer, and I want Mo to keep on with her story. Happy Friday, everybody. I hope you have an awesome holiday weekend. If you're in the States, if you're not in the States, make it a holiday weekend. Call in Monday. Say, hey, infantry told me I'm dead. I'm not coming in. All right, guys. So happy Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you so much for all of your support, and thank you for being here. Cheers, everybody. How long would you? What are you drinking? Water?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. The natural approach. Now I have water with natural ingredients added.
Natural ingredients added.
Yeah, a little bubble water. But now, as a homesteader, I have made several. I hope Allah ain't listening. Several gallons of the white clear stuff that everybody loves so much. You know, I'm sure.
I may have to learn to do that someday, or find out or get some from Lance Rosencrantz.
You know, if you're interested off the video type of thing, we can link up and I could teach you in like 10 minutes. I mean, there's a lot to it, but the reality of it is 10 minutes, I could get you set up and pretty much running. At that point, it's just work on your recipe like anything else.
On anything else.
Yeah.
Well, so there was drama in the YouTube community, and my daughter next door already had some animals and was already canning and all this. And one of the big YouTubers made a comment on her live and said that they were real homesteaders and everybody else was just playing at it.
Yeah, gotta love those people, right?
Yeah, and so it just blew up everywhere, and all these people started doing video. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
And so she came over to hang out on the porch one day, and I said, well, let me ask you a question. She said, do you feel like we're playing at homesteading? And she goes, oh, yeah, that's great. And I'm like, you're right. Anybody can do this stuff in their house. Anybody could do
in your apartment. You can do it in your backyard, your front yard. You can do it in the damn garage nowadays with lighting and everything. And when we say homesteading, folks, we're not specifically talking about one area, because there's a lot to homesteading. There's raising livestock. There's growing your own food, harvesting your own food, tilling soil, putting in T-posts and fencing, like she was saying there. And if y'all don't know what a T-post is a metal rod that goes in the ground and holds the damn fence up. Basically, that's what it is. A T-post is like rebar, but a big piece of rebar that shoves in the ground, and you got to take this stupid thing and go ring, 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 and hope you don't bust your damn hands open. Right, Mom?
People don't even know what that is either.
Exactly. So, call me old, but nowadays they have the one you started with gas and it goes and jackhammers. But no. When I had to do it, Grandpa said, "Come here and get the thing," and you got a ring, ring, and the thing weighs like 15 pounds.
Absolutely.
So, in homesteading, you do get your workout too, by the way, folks. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to talk about basic homesteading. We're not going to go too far in depth, but we're going to talk about how to set up, make a homestead, and how to make it successful. I've done it in my apartment. I've done it in my backyard. I've done it in the garage. Now that I have this place here, I've got 20 acres to work with. So for me, it's just deciding where do I want to start, what do I want to get into, whether it be gardening and growing, or I'm dying to get me 4 chickens, one for everybody in the house. I want chickens to give me eggs.
I don't know why you don't have chickens anyway.
Well, again, I lived in the city. I couldn't do that. That's against the law.
So easy.
Even if you have a house where I live, it's illegal to have chickens. Believe it or not. Yeah, no. Out in the countryside of the suburbs, it is against the law in Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood, Miami, metropolitan area to have any livestock. Any. So
that's just crazy.
Well, that's the way they keep it going to the grocery store.
I've never used a gas-powered either. Scott Swift's just said he's never used a gas-powered one. I haven't either. I've always used just the regular.
I think you're a real badass if you use the original. If you use a gas-powered one, I don't think you're losing part of the experience, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion, because doing it the way it's always been done is what I like to do. Like we were talking about making alcohol. The way that I do it is the way my great-great-great-grandfather did it. Same way. I'm not changing it. I'm not stepping a beat. You've got 1, 2, 3. If you guys know what I'm talking about, making alcohol, 1, 2, 3, and it comes out. That's the way that I learned. That's the way I've always seen it done in the history books. It works. So if it ain't broke, why should we fix it? It may take it may be a little harder, but there is reason behind it,
Well, and I think that there's new modern things that you can introduce and people would use easier just because they want to have something more modern. But you don't need to go so far as out there, that you aren't actually doing anything.
The producer made it. I see a head on the other side of the computer. Hot dog. Hi, producer. Welcome back. Oh, no, it's little producer who's supposed to be in bed. Get to bed. Get to bed. Let's go. So come say hi to everybody and head off to bed, because we got to hit the highway in the morning.
The line cook says we can't have chickens where I am in New Jersey.
You see what I mean? So it's not just where I am. I think that's pretty much like if you're in the city, you can't do that.
And then the rice trapping said he had 3 chickens and then he went on a hunting trip and he came back and his wife gave him away.
I honestly thought you were going to say his wife ate him.
Oh,
no. Because, I mean, you're homesteading, right? So what do you have the chickens for? You got original recipe, extra crispy, and that one's good.
There's a Trapper J raid coming in.
Oh, I better hope I have enough here. You know what? Like I said, the producer's not here yet. We are running a little behind with her. So we're going to let everybody come in from Trapper J. Trapper J, I did tag you in today's video, bro, so I hope you saw it. I want you to do that challenge, brother. And if you guys haven't seen the video today, we did the 40-question challenge. Have you seen that one?
Me?
Yeah, have you seen the 40-question challenge?
I haven't yet. I've got 2 or 3 people's I have to watch.
Oh, okay. It's really neat. I think it's a great concept. Whoever came up with it or brought it into our community, it did a great job, because those types of things, as creators, when we go out and we make our videos, we don't think to tell a story about ourselves, to give information about ourselves. So when these things pop up, I think it's a great way for the viewers to be able to connect a little closer with their creator.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you guys haven't, check it out today. It's up there. I've done it. Shiner Guy's done it. I tagged 6 people to do it. So Boone's is one of them. Jag Fishing, Darren's Northern Life, Trapper J Outdoors. Who else did I hit? I don't remember. It was hard enough to come up with 6 people. I tell you, that's the hardest part of the 40-question challenges. Who do you want to tag with it? The questions were easy.
Yeah.
Flo Dizzle is in the building. Flo Ride a Hillbilly, my brother. I love you so much, dude. Like, that's my brother right there. Not just because we're from Florida, but that's my boy. But let me do a drink real quick. I think Trapper J's raid this raid has come in. So Trapper J raid to everybody that's come in. Trapper J and family, guys, thank you for your support. Thank you for being here. We love you, and we much appreciate you. So cheers. Happy Friday and happy weekend. Long weekend if you're in the States. And if you're not in the States, like I said, make it a holiday weekend. Tell them Infantry said you got the day off. Cheers, guys.
I'm drinking water.
No worries. Like, hey, I tell everybody, Mo, that when you're here, you don't have to drink alcohol. You don't have to drink at all. You can drink water. You can have milk and cookies. The whole thing is, I just want to, say thanks to everybody every Friday. It sounds a little crazy, but if y'all didn't come back, I wouldn't be doing this. I think y'all viewers deserve more than what I can drink here. That's for sure. Trapper J was telling me, he's like, Infantry, if I did that in my streams, I'd be drunk in 10 minutes because there's so many people that come in. And I get that. That's why I'm starting to do, Trapper J's raid, because we get a lot of people in here now.
Yep.
So
how many we got 18.
Not bad. 5. After 5 outdoors. How you doing, brother? Good to have you. Thank you for the tag. I really appreciate it in the nomination. So let's start like this, Mo. We're gonna start with the story of Mo. Now you got the place,
okay.
You got the house, you got the land, you got the stuff. You found the drama on YouTube. You said, you know what, I'm gonna start homesteading. What was the first?
I was gonna do homestead. I was starting to do homesteading anyway, and then that kind of made me think, maybe I want to do a YouTube channel too.
Mm-hmm.
I'd started canning, started the garden.
Was it just for fun at first? Just making videos for fun? Like, didn't think about monetizing or any of that? It was just to have fun and make videos, right?
No, it was actually I wanted to do it for my grandkids. So I wanted them to be able to see me every day. And I haven't gotten there yet of doing one every day, but I wanted to do one every day where they could see what was going on, because I raised my kids really independent. I have one daughter that lives next door, but we moved here, but everybody else lives in different states. So I don't get to see everyone very often. So I thought, well, I'll do that.
That's a good way. Alan. That's a good way. I started YouTube for my kids. After losing my dad and not being able to keep the house that I was born and raised in, that I was supposed to receive, I started thinking, if I die tomorrow, what the hell do I have to give my kids?
Yeah.
And being handicapped and living on disability paycheck to paycheck, the answer is nothing. I don't have no trust fund. I don't have no nothing. They're going to get a car and a boat at this point, So I said, wait a minute. Everybody at the radio station has been on me for years to go on Survivor and to go on Naked and Afraid. And then I had one guy approach me and says, you know, why don't you just do your own TV show? Why don't you do your own thing? Then you can do whatever you want. He says, look, I've been on YouTube for this long and I've got 6-7 million subscribers. And I'm like, really? And this is a doctor friend of mine. He's like, if you get on there, you know, I've known you for 16 years. You inspire me because of the amazing stuff that you do. You hunt, you fish. When people tell you you can't do something, boy, do you prove them wrong. He goes, put it on video. And then later you can take it to a network if you want to go that route. So that's just like you. I did it so that if this becomes something great, if it doesn't, great, but at least my kids can say, hey, I can still run Infantry Outdoors, or I can sell it, or I can, they have something.
Exactly. You never know.
You never know where God's going to put you or take you. And I got to turn, this fan kills me every week. I tell you guys, freezing in Florida. Okay. So, you know, that, and like you said, with your kids, you know, YouTube, who would have ever thought YouTube would go and be what it is today? I never did. I thought of it as, crap, I need to figure out how to change this alternator belt. Let me YouTube it.
Oh yeah, like fixing my dryer.
Right, exactly.
That was my dryer.
Exactly. Matter of fact, I'm going to YouTube on the video that you guys helped us get 100 likes on, the catfish video. I'm actually going to go fish, and I have to YouTube how to clean a catfish. So I'm wondering if I should include that in the video or not. And if one of you guys want me to reference your catfish video, be sure to let us know in the comments. And I think I saw the producer. She done disappeared. Oh, she's here. The producer made it. Yay. Drop it in. Mo says, yay.
Hi, Mo. Hi,
sweetie. She said, hi, sweetie. Drop in the comments if you guys want me to reference your how to clean a catfish, because we are going to do the catch and cook this week. That's the plans. But I'm going to seriously YouTube. I don't know how to do it. I don't remember. Last time I cleaned a catfish, somebody else did it. So
I haven't cleaned a catfish ever. That's one of the things I'm learning this year.
Say hi to me.
What is it?
Trapper Jay sending everyone over to say hi to me.
Oh, yeah. Trapper Jay is my wife's other husband. Y'all didn't know that. Yeah, they got this going. I don't even know what's going on between the two of them. But Trapper Jay and go, you got to go to bed, dude. My other little producer trying to get in here any way he can.
They do that.
No, he's going to be the one. If not him, the little one. They're going to take it over. I'm sure of that, because I watched my son sit here and thumbs up on the videos and things like that. I mean, they're getting the hang of it now, and one's 9 and one's 4. I mean, my 4-year-old will tell you, give a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my dad. You know better. I never taught him it. I never told him to say that, but that's what kids do.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah, and they watch all of you guys. You guys are the biggest celebrities in my house. All of you YouTubers that are in our circle that we watch and we participate with, y'all. My kids will run up when they meet you and give you the biggest hug like they've known you 15 years, you know? And that's what I like about YouTube is that it puts us in a place where we're celebrities in a sense, you know, whether you guys realize it or not. There's people all over that watch you, people's kids that watch you, and they go, wow, you know, that's Mohomesteading. I got to meet her. Oh my goodness. It's
exactly.
Amazing. And that's a great treat, because again, you walk to Walmart one day and, hey, I know you. You're Mohomesteading, and they give you a big hug. I took a picture with you. Yeah.
See, that's my grandkids know Hunting and Stuff with J&J and Mess Hall and a couple of other people, because we used to all hang out and they watched them the most. A couple of people like that. So they know them because I've watched them over there babysitting them or been on a panel or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's that kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. And well, like with Flo Rider Hillbilly, when my kids went down, we met Flo. Flo only lives about an hour and a half from me.
Shiner Guy. Didn't you meet Shiner Guy?
Yeah, well, I've met Shiner Guy fishing. The wife and family haven't met Shiner Guy yet. We haven't all got together. My fishing partner during my tournament season, him and I went and met him at Stick Marsh. But Flo got a big hug from both my kids. Like they've known Flo forever. My littlest one was calling him for the longest time, Flo to ride to the hillbilly. It was so cute. But yeah, I mean, Captain Mikey Moser, I met him at a tournament from Sawgrass Bassin. My son, I didn't even see him yet. My kids ran up, gave him a hug, latched onto his leg. I'm like, Mike, dude, you know, you're on my house every day.
Isn't that crazy?
It's awesome. It's a great thing because the kids really look up to the folks that they watch. And that, for me, the person that says every episode, I hope this inspires you to get outdoors. That's what keeps me going, is you guys going, infantry, dude, it's amazing. Papa Rome's Outdoors was telling me, hey, how great you did on the hammock video. That kind of stuff, I eat it up. Great, I did a good job. Let me focus on what I did there and keep going, because if I don't know what I'm doing and nobody tells me, I'm going to keep on the same pattern. So it's just an amazing platform. But let's get back to the story, because I'm dying to know what was your very first homesteading act on the new house or on the new property, or
I'm going to say the garden, because I hadn't canned anything yet. My daughter had done some canning and I'd helped her with certain things, but I hadn't canned anything yet. And I did helped my grandma when I was really young, like 10, but only a couple of times. So we had this, and you make lots of mistakes. I put my garden in the absolute worst possible place in that yard, but I just wanted to get it in. And so we had a guy come over with a bobcat and rip it all up. And, we didn't know what we were doing, in any way, shape, or form. And it's still a nightmare, and it's been 3 years. So it takes but that was the first thing I did, was we did the garden. And my daughter bought me 4 black raspberry bushes, and a year later my hedge was 6 foot wide and 25 feet long. So it took 1 year for that to grow like that. So it was awesome.
That is cool. How much did you bear that first year?
Oh gosh,
a lot, I'd imagine. That's a big bush.
I'm going to say over 20 gallons, because I gave a whole bunch to her and my neighbors, and I put a whole bunch in the freezer because I make this like berry spread stuff with it. And with that and the strawberries, because berries will grow like mad over here. I've had problems with various other things happening that you learn as a homesteader. Like, did you know about, oh my gosh, I can't think of the name of it. The stuff that hay is treated with. Do you know about that one?
No.
What is the name of that? Grazon.
That.
Have you heard of that?
No.
Okay.
No.
Can I tell you something real quick, or will I get us off track?
No, go ahead. Educate me. That's what you're looking for. Go ahead and educate.
Do my garden, put the strawberries down, get plants in, go buy some hay, right, or straw, right? Straw and hay, different. Go buy some straw to put around the bottom of the plants as mulch. Well, come to find out that straw was sprayed with Grazon. Well, Grazon basically kills anything that's not grass. So if you put it in your gardens, not knowing that it's not natural straw, it takes you a couple of years to reboot, because it won't. There's certain plants that'll grow, but like tomatoes and a couple of other different types of vegetables, it'll just kill them.
Yeah, and tomatoes are picky
because it's in the ground.
Tomatoes, don't let people fool you. Tomatoes are picky. They don't like certain things, and they like certain things, and you have to give them that little brawl at the beginning. That's what I call it. It's a brawl to hold up the braziers when they go off. You got to do that. Otherwise, your tree is going to go up and it's going to fall over because it's so heavy. I've always used, in the garden situation, mulch. If I could get it from my buddy who was a trimmer at the time, it was great. I could get it for free.
That's natural. If you think about it, it's not something that's treated.
Correct. And now if you do buy some of the mulch at the store, you got to pay attention, because if you buy the red mulch is dyed. It's made, it doesn't come that color. So you want to get natural, like oak or cedar is good depending on where you live, because it'll keep the bugs away. Here in Florida, I've used live oak, I've used cedar, I've used hickory chips. I mean, hell, you can even go buy barbecue chips and use those if you want to, as long as they're natural wood and there's nothing in them.
Right. And there's go ahead.
For those that don't know why we're talking about mulching your garden helps to keep down the weeds. It helps to hold and retain moisture. The cedar chips will help to keep the bugs away, because bugs don't like cedar. So there's a lot of benefits to mulching, but there are some plants that if you mulch, you'll kill them. So this is where we got to talk about, like you said, you kind of have to learn by trial and error unless you do a lot of homework.
Yes.
I like learning by trial and error. I put a plant. If it makes it, great. If it dies, then I go, oh crap, what did I do wrong?
Well, and honestly, I did all my homework, and I tried to learn where to put my plants, but I bought this straw. That's one of those random things that the homesteaders that I was watching didn't tell you.
Right.
Watch out for graze on hay,
right.
Or graze on straw, because if it's coated, it takes you 2 years to get your garden back. And it may even take longer than that.
It really kills, like, gets into the ground then. If
gets into the ground. And even if you go get like hay that's been, like, people where I'm at, on the Facebook marketplace or whatever, they'll have something out there, come get this compost, right? This is hay that's been composting for 2 years. Don't do that unless you know.
You don't know what they put in it.
You don't know what the horses ate, what that was in the hay, what manure's in there. You don't know. And it'll even, the graze on will even go through horses.
And in some cases now, if they, let's say they put their toilet in there, okay, they have a composting toilet. Feces, I mean, this is meaning human, animal. It's not all good. I did raise some plants solely off of dog poop because I had a small backyard and a dog had to poop and I had to clean it up. So what are you going to do with it? I tried to recycle it. Now, some plants liked it. Other plants died from it. So you got to kind of, like she said, don't just jump and take something because it's a good deal, because it may turn around and kill your garden for 2 years. Like she was just saying, and that's not what
some things in there and they'll work.
But others, they won't. Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. For those of you that are in like I was in an apartment setting, or maybe you have a small yard, 5-gallon buckets are amazing. Yep. You will be downright amazed at what you can grow in a 5-gallon bucket. You could grow a damn tree in a 5-gallon bucket.
Yeah.
So, whether you have the space or you don't have the space, you can still do this. Herbs, you can make a little herb garden no bigger than this by this.
We used the styrofoam.
We used, when I was telling you about the dog poop, my uncle was a fishmonger at one of the beef stores. So he would the fish would come in these big styrofoam boxes that were probably like 1.5 feet, 2 feet across, but like 4 feet long, because they get, big full fish in there. And he says one day, I'm throwing these damn things out every day. Can you do something with them? Like, you know what? Bring it here. I'll make flower beds. I'll grow stuff. I had 13 kinds of peppers, ranging from kill you to bell peppers. At the time I was working at the Caribbean radio station, so I had the Jamaican Scotch bonnet, the Trinidadian scorpion peppers, jalapenos, habaneros, all the way down to sweet bells and those kind of peppers. They did great in a styrofoam container, and I was able to put 3 plants spread out across, and they were able to grow and have. That's another thing. You gotta have enough room, because if you crowd it, you're going to kill it, or they're going to twist and all that stuff. But I was able to put 3 plants in each box, and we had like 13, 14 boxes. So that's another thought, Yeah,
I mean, and I think people don't realize they can unless you explain it to them. Throw some, my kids in Arizona started composting themselves. You know what I mean? Just trying to learn how to do it. So they started making this compost bin in their backyard so they could show my granddaughters. And they made this, putting their banana peels in there and their eggshells and all of that. And then they composted enough to get some dirt to grow some little onions. And it was just the learning process of the steps. It wasn't huge.
Now, did they use a barrel style composter, or did they do it in the ground?
No, they made it out of those big how big are they? 25-gallon tubs or whatever, the square ones, like the storage containers. They made them out of those, and 5-gallon buckets.
Awesome.
They did both.
The thing with composting, guys, is when you do compost, you do have to churn or rotate, or you can't just throw it in a spot and it does it all on its own. You can't do that. You have to move it. You have to churn it. You have to get all of those enzymes and everything moving and activating and triggered off of each other. And over time, that will break each other down and give you amazing compost. But it takes time. it is a I don't want to say so much of a chore, but it's something that you do have to, like, if you have it, they have compost barrels now. Once a day, you just go out and turn it 2 or 3 times, let it sit. Go out
right, those big green ones.
Yeah, you just, I mean, that makes
took them and they'd have the girls shake them, or they'd toss them around a little bit and add more stuff in every day, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, and it's great because number one, you're not throwing stuff in the garbage. That's number one. Because our landfill and our garbage dumps are full enough. And I'm learning that up here because coming from the city, we put everything in a garbage can. The garbage truck came, picked it up, off it went. Up here, I got to drive to the dump. I got to physically take my garbage to the damn dump. Now, the other part of that is I'm learning now that all of the cardboard, all of the paper, everything that's not food, I can burn. I got a fire pit in the backyard. I asked the landlord today, as stupid as this may sound, I say, hey, listen, I'm going to clean up the yard a little bit, rake up the leaves. What do you guys do with the leaves up here? Oh, just rake them in a pile and burn them. Seriously? Yeah, just rake them in a pile, light them up, they'll go away. Okay. Now back down south, no, you had to buy contractor bags and you had to fill them. They could not weigh more than like 30 pounds. You had to literally lift them. If the bag broke, that's your problem. They would just leave the leaves everywhere and you have to redo it. But up here, you know, the cardboard, you can burn it. Paper, you can burn it.
They burn everything where I live. We don't, but people do.
Right. And but then again, when you're driving the garbage 7 miles to the dump, I want to get rid of as much of the weight as I can and not fill the landfill. That's kind of the point of it. And then the ashes made from that burn can be used in your compost.
Absolutely.
So it's a win-win.
If it's all natural, if you don't put any plastic or anything weird in there.
Right. Yeah. And you're going to be burning plastic anyway, because that's toxic for you and harmful for the earth. And I mean, I'm not a like Greenpeace or nothing, but that's bad, man. Don't burn plastic. Don't burn plastic. Don't ever burn fiberglass either, because that's horrible.
We have a service that picks up once a week out here for the things, and then if we do burn, it usually is just wood and limbs and things like that. It's not ever, we don't ever put trash in there.
That's very good. No, see, I'm learning. See, I learned moving up here, and I'm still learning. So, okay. So first thing was the garden.
Right.
How long did it take you to not master it, but figure out your gardening situation? A year, 2 years? You said you've been doing it.
No, I'm still there. I'm saying this is either my 3rd or 4th year. I think it takes time to learn each plant. So first year I did these types of plants, this types of plants. Then you have to learn the rotation of the plants. Like you can plant beans here this year and tomatoes there next year. You know, I don't think it's something you can learn overnight.
Right. And that's something I'm learning now. And for me, a lot of it is growing into 5-gallon buckets. But like she said, if you plant strawberries here this year, you don't plant strawberries. There. Right. They stay there. But some things you have to cycle through because that plant does something while it's there, whereas it ain't going to do it again. So you have to put something there to put back what that plant took or work together. And farmers will tell you that, like they'll plant corn, then they'll strip it, burn it, clean it, and then they'll put beans.
Soybeans.
Or beans. Then they'll strip it, clean it, do it again, and they'll put something else. So you have 4 seasons through the year. So each season has a different plant in that plot. So that by the time you come back around to your first plant, your soil is ready for that plant.
Yeah, I think it would take, if you were someone that had never done anything like this before, I still think it would take people years to really learn and get it in your psyche. You continually learn every time you do a different plant, every time you do a different tomato. You know what? Or because like one year we got squash bugs. I didn't even know what that was.
I never heard of that.
It was, my plants looked like they were burned. And I was growing zucchini and squash, and I'm like, why do my plants look burned? And so I posted a picture, and everybody's like, that's bugs. Go turn the leaves up. And I hadn't had that the year before. So I turned the leaves up, and here are all these squash bugs everywhere that were just eating.
What does squash bug look like? What is it?
It looks like a stink bug.
Okay.
It's like it looks like a little stink. It's kind of like a little shield almost size, and
Okay.
some of them have red lines on them, but they just eat your plants, and they'll eat them quick. So if you get
Are
them,
those
it's
the
not.
ones that make holes in your leaves and stuff like that? Because I've
Oh
had.
yeah, burn marks. It looks
Okay.
like it looks almost like they got that somebody singed your plant. So
Mm,
it
I
looks like
haven't
a
had that.
little burn.
I've had like holes eaten through here and there and different places. I've never had it like singed. I don't know if maybe we
Not
don't
it's
have those
just
down here or
burn. Like somebody took a cigarette or a lighter or something like
and
that.
burn.
And it was crazy.
Wow. Now, what did you do to counteract that situation? Because now we are talking about squash, and a squash is an edible plant.
Right?
Curious to know, how did you rectify that with your edible? What did you use?
I went because I'm gonna do everything as I do organic. So I'm gonna do everything as organic as I can. So I went in with neem oil. I squished all the ones I could find. And then I
Hmm.
went in and sprayed them under the leaves and on top with neem oil. And then I just had to keep going in there 2 or 3 times a day, just looking for live bugs. And you have to do that with those greenhorn tomato worms. You have to do it with those, with the
Hmm.
other little beetle. There's a little square beetle. What is that called? Joy, do you know what that's? If Joy's still here, it's like it's a squash bug, but I think it's called something else, like a lemon or a goodness. I should know the answer. But it's a little square bug and it has a yellow line down the middle of it, and that'll just eat your plants to death.
Oh, wow.
Those are horrible.
And your remedy was what now?
Neem oil.
Spell that.
NEEM.
Meme oil.
Neem.
Okay. Now, I was always taught 50-50 soap and water in a spray bottle. You can put it on any plant. Being that you're organic, if you use organic soap, then you're still keeping it organic. But grandma always went out there with spray, the regular spray bottle, 50-50 soap, and she sprayed every damn plant and she never had bugs. I
I thought
know.
about doing that, but I haven't done that yet. I haven't tried that.
I haven't either. I mean, I've never had bugs really in my plants. Maybe the occasional one or two here, but I've never had a giant anything. It's always been small scale stuff. But the soap and water thing, she swore by it. And I tell you what, man, my Oma would make ribbons every year at the fair for tomatoes that were sized almost basketballs and zucchinis that were massive. And her secret, I'm going to tell you all the secret. Y'all ready for the secret?
What's the secret?
Every single plant was planted in cow poop.
See, my grandpa did people poop.
Well, I mean, again, now that's dependent on the plant now. So that will kill some plants. People poop will kill some.
That was back before way back when I was really young.
Yeah.
And he went to the sewage plant and they had the stuff that they kind of pushed off to the side and was cleaned out of everything.
Right.
And he would go buy that and buy a truckload of it and bring it in and tow it into the garden.
Yeah, the poop truck pumps your septic tank, then they come over to Mo's grandpa's house and drop it off.
Like, oh, it was so smelly. And my bedroom was back towards the garden, so for that first week, it was really. Oh, hydrogen peroxide works too. You just have to water it down.
Yep, water it down. And again, a lot of it is not so much the chemical or not chemical that you're using, as long as you mix it correctly. Because obviously, you put straight Dawn dish detergent on the thing, you're going to kill it.
If you put it with too high of a mix, for sure.
Boxy Outdoors, hydrogen peroxide and water. There you go. See, and this is what I want from you guys. If you guys homestead, if you guys grow, if you guys, I don't care what you're growing. Okay, you could be growing smoke for all I care. The growing process and keeping bugs off, no matter what you're growing, is always going to be the same. You don't want to use pesticides if you can help it. So keep that in mind, because you're poisoning yourself by poisoning the plant. Makes sense, right?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
When I worked at the little local store here, the little general store, for a little while, and just to get out of the house and stuff. And so I was in there and I was talking to someone in town about how I was going to do a homesteading channel. And he kind of looked at me and he's like, "What's homesteading?" And I kind of looked at him and I went, okay. I said, do you hunt? And he said, yeah. And I said, do you have a garden? He goes, yeah. And I said, do you fish? And he's like, yeah. I said, so you eat all your own, you raise your pigs, your cows? And he goes, yeah. And I go, that's pretty much homesteading. That's close. I said, you do canning and stuff? He goes, yeah, we do that. I go, it's your life. I go, but now there's a category for it. Right. I said, now they have, instead of just being small town life or small country life or whatever, they have a term for it. They were at first calling stuff hobby farms.
Right. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that back in the day.
It's all homesteading to me. Yep. I haven't seen too much of that hobby farm thing.
I haven't heard of that since the 90s, to be honest with you. I mean, after the 90s, it became homesteading, or farming. Actual farming was what a lot of
farming. If you depending on, I wonder if there's a classification of if you have a certain size of property, if that's considered a farm, or if you're in a city, then it's considered it. If there's, I'll have to look that up. That's a good thing to research.
In my opinion, honestly, if you have a garden, doesn't matter what, if you're growing food and you have livestock, even if it's 4 chickens like infantry wants to get, you're farm. You have a farm. I mean, that's a farm is food and animals. That's what it's always been to me. My almost farm was the catfish pond, the cows in the pasture, and the garden with giant plants and food and things like that. And then Oma would bring her food in. She would process it down. She'd can it. She had pecan trees, so every year the pecans through harvest, she would go and make sugar roasted pecans, and she'd send them down to us down in South Florida, and it was just amazing. My other grandfather, he had up here in Chiefland, which is near Ocala. He had turkeys, he had cows. Now I didn't like the turkeys. I got attacked by the turkey when I was little. It chased me all around the damn farm. But he had turkeys, he had cows, he had food. So I would say a farm would be any area that you have food growing and livestock. That would, to me, make a farm. That's what I always picture, the old country house with the cows and the nice trees and all that stuff.
See, I didn't have a cow. So that's why I'm going to have to look that up a little bit and research it and see what the traditional standards of a homestead, a hobby farm, and a farm. Do you have to have cows you do have to have livestock that's over a certain size for it to be considered a farm, or does your space have to be over an acre?
Well, down in the city, my sister, she has an exotic animal petting zoo. So she has property where she keeps the animals. And I mean, guys, when I tell you I've handled every animal on the planet, it's pretty close. I've handled lions, tigers, ostriches, emus, water buffaloes, giraffes, everything in the farm, goats, sheep, alpacas, foxes. I mean, everything. And I've eaten almost everything too.
I love ostrich.
Her little
man Bob Fishing Life is giving you a hard time.
Is he?
He says you're missing his comic humor.
I'm missing it?
He's making all kinds of jokes.
Oh, well, that's on the producer. See, the producer, what she does now, okay, so you guys know I can't read this little comment section over here. And thankfully, wonderful StreamYards lets her put the thing up here and it comes up really big. That's how I'm able to read comments. But what we've kind of discussed is only kind of important comments come up because I want to focus on the guest. I mean, if you guys, don't get me wrong, if you guys are contributing, she's supposed to put the contributions up here so you can be part of it as well. That's the intent of it. I see her chatting with you guys because I see the yellow tags coming up on my side. But it's kind of hard to focus on a guest and keep up with the comments and all of that all at once, because I really do. I want you guys to participate. No offense at all, but I want the guests to be highlighted as much as possible, if that kind of makes sense to you guys. You hear from me. Y'all don't need to hear from me no more. It's not about me on Friday nights anymore. It's about the guest. It's about the topic, and it's about you guys, obviously, which we need to take a cheers break, everybody. To everybody who has come in the stream late or just joined the stream or has been in the stream, happy Friday, guys. Happy, what is it, Labor Day weekend this weekend? Labor Day weekend, I guess. Look, I don't even know anymore. It's another
weekend.
What's that?
Go ahead, do your cheers first.
Okay. To everybody that's come in, happy Friday, happy holiday weekend. If you are not in the U.S., like I've said this broadcast, make it a holiday weekend. Call the boss and say infantry said I can call in dead on Monday. Enjoy it. Have yourself a great night, everybody. Thank you. God bless you. May you be safe, sound, and happy and healthy. Cheers, guys. Oh. Okay, the blue one. See, I know not to look at the blue one. The blue one is the wife putting up the info. Which, by the way, if anybody watching wants to contribute to the program, you can always hit us up on our PayPal. Anybody that makes a donation to this program is always acknowledged as a sponsor, advertiser, whatever you might want to be called, in the upcoming videos as well as the upcoming live streams. So visit paypal.me/infantry outdoors. And I promise you guys, all of your donations go straight back into making this program, whether it's equipment, being able to get out to where we need to go, buying gear that we need to go. Most of us are YouTubers here, so you guys know it ain't cheap to do this. So anything, if it's 50 cents, 25 cents, $1, $100, $500, we love you. We thank you. We appreciate it. And it goes right back into this. It does not go to the family. It does not go out to go into the bar, buy it. I don't even use it to buy beer. Okay. Beer comes out of my pocket for Friday nights. It goes back to the program. So check us out. Join us. If the producer can put that link up there, go to paypal.me/infantry outdoors, and we will acknowledge you in our upcoming programs. So I got to remember to say the business. I always have a problem with that. I get so wrapped up in the chit chatting. But
take a break every once in a while. When I do it, I should probably send an alarm just to make sure that I tell everybody certain things when they come in.
Right. Well, see, in my radio years, I had this giant clock in front of me. So it's really easy to follow okay, at 15, I got to do this. At 25, I got to do this. At 30, I got to do this. When we're doing this, I mean, the last 2 live streams have gone 4 hours and none of us even realized it. So that's kind of how it goes. So I have to mentally say, oh, wait. Let's stop and say a little bit of business and keep going. Because I like this. I like being able to chat, but I got to remember to tell you guys the business, like follow us on social media. Give us a thumbs up on your way in, not your way out, because on your way out, you might forget. Smash that thumbs up button. If you're not part of the family, hit that button, ring that bell so you're notified. We post, or share it out. See, that's something I never say. Share it out. We post Wednesdays, Fridays, and live stream Friday nights. Those are my days. By hell or high water, we're doing that. So if you're not getting your notifications, as we all know YouTube does, Wednesdays, Fridays, Friday nights. Those are our days, and it will be put up on our website, infantryoutdoors.com, up here very soon. We just got the website up, and we're still developing. Websites are always work. Always.
It's just like a YouTube channel. There's always work.
Yeah, it's always. I'm so thankful I have somebody else to do it, or I don't even have time enough to do this. Like I do YouTube, but then I get harped that, infantry didn't post on Facebook. You didn't post any pictures on Instagram. Well, I don't have time to take pictures. I'm busy shooting video. I can't do everything. I'm one guy. Well, we do our best. We do our best. So the first year, Mo, we're gonna backtrack to the story now. First year you started with gardening or growing.
Yeah, and working on. We put the garden in and nectarine tree.
Ooh.
And I have a pear tree. So we put. I will say this just to get it out there. Always start with trees. If you decide to start growing your own food, pick a nut tree, pick a couple of fruit trees, put trees in first. Let that be your absolute first thing you ever do.
Okay. See, now I went the other way. I started with herbs, and specifically herbs. Like, when you get into this, you're going to go to the store and you're going to go, oh, I want this and I want this and I want this and I want it. But the reality of it is, what do you use? What do you actually eat? Start with that. Look at your daily menu. Open your spice cabinet and say, okay, I use parsley. I use thyme. I use cilantro. I use basil. I use bay leaves. Whatever. I use cayenne pepper. That's what you're going to start with. Start with what you're going to use the most. This way, it's not something that, I planted this yucca tree and I'm never going to eat the yucca, but I planted it just because it was cool. Don't do that.
No,
start
plants
with one.
you're going to eat.
Start with one plant and see how long you can keep that bad boy alive for. If I would say you keep it a month and you don't kill it, buy another one or buy a different one. Maybe try 2 or 3 at one time. Just don't go and plant a whole 5 acres and think it's going to be harvest time in no time. It doesn't work that way. You got to know what you're doing and really start, like she said, trees. That's really good. Herbs, because most herbs can be grown indoors. You don't have to grow them outdoors.
Right. And I'm thinking of someone who moves out into an area where they have that space. If you're someone that's just starting it in an apartment or something like that, I would absolutely do tomato plant and herbs or onions.
Even if you're going to do it on a large scale, if you're going to do it on a large scale, I would still, let's say you just bought your house, like in your situation. Big up Trapper J Ray. Let me do a big cheers for Trapper J's second raid of the evening. Love you, brother. Cheers, my brother. Happy Friday. Everybody coming in for Trapper J. Thank you for it.
Because I'm not there to tell him to go.
What do you mean?
I'm usually the one that goes, hit the button.
All right, let's see. Bull Daniel says, I started my cherry and apple trees from seeds. I would recommend that you start from seeds. Now, you can go to Home Depot, Walmart, anywhere, and you can buy the body plants. I've done that too, family. I have done that. It saves you 3 or 4 or 5, 6 weeks in the growing process, but you don't know what you're buying. So keep that in mind. But if you start by the seeds, the reason I say that this is important is because down the road, what you're going to take from your harvest are the seeds to plant for the next season. So at some point, you need to know how to germinate the seed to get them to go and have this little teeny tiny sprout come out of the little teeny tiny seed. And then you can put that in your dirt and start growing it. But again, guys, look for the things that you like to eat. Look for the things you're going to be interested in. And even if, like Mo says, you're going to do a 5-acre farm, if you just got there, still buy one of this. Maybe buy like 10 things that you want to grow, but only buy one, because when you stick it in the ground, you're going to learn what your ground has to offer. Because you may, like Mo, shove it in the ground, you may die because you put hay, or there may already be hay there.
Right. It could have been anything. Jay's here, by the way, and Amanda Thompson.
5 more for Trapper J. Trapper J, brother, thank you so much. Trapper J Ray, big up the whole family. Trapper J, I tagged you today. Tag, you're it. I hope you watched the video, man. You need to watch my video today because I tagged you in it. Well, did y'all see Trapper J's video where my boy put his damn hand in a snap trap?
Oh, yeah, he does it.
Yeah.
Tonight, Jerry?
Yeah, that would be something that I could see Trapper J and me hanging around going, hey, blind guy, put your hand in here. It ain't gonna hurt. Yeah, right. But I'm also gonna give him credit because him and I have been talking for a good minute about getting me into trapping. And now that I'm here in North Florida, I'm going to specifically go with, I'm not going to call names because they're not part of the channel, but the traps that he uses, I'm going to take his whole approach, like with the dog proofs and the new ones that he got. I want to do that. So thank you, Trapper J, for the time you spent educating me. Thank you for the chats we've had. I'm getting there, bro. I'm getting there. We actually had, we got armadillos where I live. So I want to trap me an armadillo and show the kid.
They said he did it on the live tonight. Alan, did he do the 850?
I saw another armadillo.
Jay, what do you mean you won't do the? Come on, bro. You got to do the 40 questions. Let the people out there know a little bit more about Trapper J than just we kill shit around here. I mean, we know that. I want to know more about Trapper J, the dude. I mean, hell, only do 20 of them. They're not really that bad either. I mean, it's not like, you know, tell me your life story type of thing. It's, you know, like, do you like Coke or Pepsi? Do you like blue cheese? Do you like your wife? I don't know. They're simple yes or no questions if you really want to burn through them. But again, like I said earlier in the broadcast, I think it's great because it gives your viewers an opportunity to get closer to their creator, to learn a little bit more about the person that they sit in front of every day and watch doing the same repetitive thing over and over and over again. So you never know. I may get, from my video, I love Mountain Dew and I love sweet tea. I may have a case show up one day. Somebody goes, infantry, I know I thought of you, bro. You never know.
That's right.
You never know. Bull Daniel said, get DJ to do the nipple trap. You know, it's bad enough y'all are messing with the blind guy. Now you want to put it on my nipples? Jeez, man.
That's a little bitty tiny trap like this big.
Yeah, that right now. I'm one of them people where my nipples don't even pop out when I'm cold, so it would have to be a little tiny trap.
Hey, do you
But
have your
you never
phone
know,
with you?
I might do it. Trapper J says, if you want to learn about Trapper J, come to my dude. I do. You know I do. I come as much as I can to your live streams. I watch as many of your videos as I can. I really do appreciate you, brother. I hope you really know that. I do learn a lot from watching you and from speaking to you. And I appreciate all the support that you've given to me. And as you see, we've even run with the nickname that you dropped, the Blind Sniper. And I'm working on a Blind Sniper t-shirt. So once I have it done, I must get that out to you, Trapper J, for sure. Papa Rose, my brother. Kill. Papa Rose, dude.
Oh, they're in trouble, producer.
The producer? Why? What did the producer do? See, this is where y'all get to read all of these comments I can't see.
Jay, is the shine gone?
I like ball. What? Well, you know, all of us do, Jay, I guess in some way, men, women, and children, you know, like I say, you got to shave the cat before you put it out on the street. Oh.
Oh,
Oh, poor Mo.
Mo, I'm sorry. You know what happens when Jay comes in here? It's a whole different world. But at least I've got the producer and Mo Homesteading to gang up on him for me. Get him, ladies. But even Trapper J, I would call Trapper J a homesteader. He's got quail. He's got, you know, no doubt.
absolutely. He has chickens and quail and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. And he traps his own food. He eats his own. I just watched him the other day and off a few quail, and he made bacon wrapped quail. And, you know, that was amazing to me to watch. What do we got? Comments popping in. Jose.
He's just trying to get me to use my fan.
Right now, he's walking on. Hey.
Gosh.
He's walking on that moon. He's walking. And we were even talking about that earlier, Mo. It's funny that came up. Yeah, I'm gonna get Mo hooked up though. We're gonna get Mo with a pretty pump and thumper. She's gonna be pumping out nice, pure, clean, you know, Appalachian water, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, look at that. Papa Rome says he had another 100. I can't see it because I got a dot on my screen, but something 108 hatch of quail.
Wow.
That's a lot of quail.
What do you do, Papa Rome's? What are you gonna do with 100 and something quail, bro? You gonna eat them all?
No.
I know they're only this big. Like one quail is equal to a chicken wing, but I mean 100 quail. Now I know, like Andrew Flair. If you guys watch Fishing with Flair, he's growing quail or growing quail. I'm all right. He's raising quail on his farm specifically to let loose on the property to hunt and to teach his dog, the little yellow dog, how to hunt. But what do you do with 100 quail, Papa Rome's? I'm curious.
Eat them and put them in the freezer.
I guess. I mean, well, 100 quail might only take up like this much of your food. But, you know.
There's something about racing pigeons.
Racing pigeons?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know about racing them. I've raised them. We had like 200 pigeons.
And some racing pigeons.
I don't know about racing. I know I know, like if you watch the movies, have you ever heard the term, I'm flipping the birds? And the pigeons in the city, that is a real thing, okay? It really does happen in the city, and for those exact reasons. And for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, when the bad man and the bad people know the police are coming around the block, they clap and make their pigeons fly up in the air, which alerts all of the other bad people in the area that the police are coming. So flipping pigeons is a real thing. I don't know how they taste, but we've raised quite a few of them in my day. Fantails, we had fancy fantails, we had all kinds of pigeons. Meister Bob,
This producer,
another drink for the outdoors. Cheers to all. Yes, indeed.
Unfortunate.
What is that you got there? Was that a fan?
Yeah, I always have fans, and my dog got a hold of this one.
Sorry, I love the
I always have a fan.
Cheers, Meister Bob. I got you, brother.
Good face mask.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I've even seen those, back when I was in martial arts, they got those as weapons where you kill people with them things.
Well, I bet.
Yeah, man. You get one of them with like thorn spikes on the end, and you could do some damage with that. You could probably hurt somebody with that one right there if you did it right.
You could. Jay needs to go to bed. Get your pillow.
No, Jay can't go to bed. No, it's too early for Trapper Jay. Papa, no. Check this out. I sold Mike Tyson back in the day his racing birds. Oh, really? That's an interesting story. And you know why Mike Tyson got the pigeons? Because, no offense in saying this, the area he came from flipped pigeons, flipped the birds. So, but he had like nice birds back then when he was a boxer and all that stuff. I remember watching the movie about him, and he had some really nice pigeons. I know folks that supposedly eat them. I don't know how they taste, but
they do eat them everywhere. Yeah.
Ever eaten one?
If Tubby was in here, I think Tubby had a recipe. Tubby, Guy Outdoors, on pigeon. He's up in Canada.
No. So I would like to know that.
Mm-hmm.
Because the nickname for a pigeon, if y'all don't know, is winged rat. So I don't know. I don't know if you're winged rat. Producer, may I have another battery, please, madam? Comment up again. See, she's on it tonight. That Shiner guy. Getting late, working tomorrow. Good night, everybody. Rob, have an awesome night, bro. Thank you for coming in as always. Thank you for supporting all that good sort of stuff, brother. Hey, and listen, Rob. I don't know if you've seen Shiner guy's latest video. Y'all tell Rob the water goes on the outside of the boat. Okay, I don't know if y'all seen my boy almost sunk his brand new boat because he put the butt plug in the wrong hole. As crazy it is to say that on the internet, the man put the butt plug in the wrong hole and almost sank his boat. I still love you, Rob, but you got to put the water on the outside of the boat. See you later, that Shiner guy. That right, strapping. So we've talked about the gardening aspect of homesteading, but again, there's more to homesteading than just growing food, like Mo said, because what happens when you grow food and you have a successful or more than successful harvest, and you have more food than you can possibly eat now? What do you do, Mo? What would be the next topic we're going to come up with?
I would say, for me, you think about how long, what's the life expectancy, or how long will that stay good if you stay good in the freezer, stay good canned, and if you go over and above that certain time period, you give it away. You take whatever you got and give it to your neighbors. Like I share eggs with the older couple that lives next door. If we have more eggs than we need, with my daughter, but you have to look at how much can I freeze and how long will that stay good for me to use or to,
Exactly. And what type of preserving are you going to use for said product? Because some ways of preserving the food obviously last longer than others, like freezing. Now, the reason I bring this up is I was just given a few weeks back. I don't know if you guys seen on Instagram. Somebody brought me food from the food bank for my family. And it was carrots that were this. I've never seen a carrot this big around and this, but one carrot probably weighed over a pound. That's how big the carrots were. And I ended up calling my father-in-law. I'm like, what the hell do I do with all this food? I'll be mad as hell if I waste it. If it spoils, this great gift. He's like, well, chop it up and freeze it. Yeah. Oh yeah, you can do that. Like you don't, sometimes you don't think. But when you go to the store and you buy frozen peas, frozen green beans, frozen corn, but freezing has its limitations, because if it gets freezer burn or the moisture is drawn out of the vegetable or fruit or whatever, it's not going to taste good. So that's where canning comes into play.
Correct.
Canning lasts longer. Canning, as long as that top on that thing don't pop off, we just finished jam I made in 2000. When was it? 13, I think it was. So 7 years I've had jam.
Yeah.
7 years later, you pop the jar. It's just as good as the day I put it in there. It's amazing.
And the big thing is to leave the ring off. A lot of people don't do that, and they should. If you leave the ring off, take the ring off. If something goes bad inside that jar, it's going to be more likely to pop that lid.
Right. And that's your indicator to know that your food has spoiled. If that what we're talking about, for those that don't know, a mason jar, and they have a metal lid, and then they have a cap. The lid, on the inside of the lid, has a seal, which when you can it, you can either do water bath canning or pressure canning. They're the two ways that I'm aware of. That's the only ways I've ever done it. But either way you go, what it essentially does is heats everything up, sucks the oxygen out, and then when you cool it down, that's when the magic happens. Because once you suck all of the air from either boiling it in the water bath or pressure canning it, it's going to pull all of the oxygen out through that little seal. And when you put it out and you let it sit and cool, it's like music when they start going off. Ding, 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 dong, dong, bing, bong, bing, bong. You're like, what the hell? It's the lid. The lid is actually getting sucked in like a vacuum. So no air can get in. As long as you did it properly and you have, clean everything, that's a big thing. Canning, you have to be 100%, 1,000% clean. If you do it properly, like I said, my jam 7 years later tastes as good as the jam the day I put it in the jar. I missed that.
Yeah, some things will last longer than others, and some things,
I missed it.
It just depends on what it is.
Something about using gallon jugs. I missed that part.
Cider.
You put gallon jugs of cider in the freezer.
I didn't know you could do that, but yeah, I love it. If one of y'all make homemade, like real apple cider, and y'all want to love me on Christmas time and send me some, I'll never forget you. Warm apple cider in the holiday time. Ooh, good stuff.
Yeah, Papa Rums, and what you should do, I don't know if you've ever seen people do it, but if you have like a shelf that you put all that on, you just take the rings off and hang them on something like another ring or whatever, and that way you always have however many is on that shelf.
I never ready to go to the space. You have to store all of these rings or caps or whatever you want to call them.
Right.
So I just always left them on. But I know that the little bing that happened when we canned it, if I go to it and it's popped up, done. Nope, no good. Don't even bother. That's really your indicators, is if the pressure relieves, the vacuum pressure inside of the can or jar or whatever we're talking about, if it releases, now you're allowing bacteria and all kinds of stuff to access that preserved food. So the little dimple, I guess is what you call it, in the middle of the jar, that's when you hear it go bing. When you're canning, it gets sucked down, and that's what you're hearing. You're hearing the cap go from like this to like this. Now, if you come back, I don't know, a year or two later, and it's back level, no good. No good, no bueno. It has to stay down, and the divot has to be impressed, I guess is what you would call it. If it's not, when in doubt, throw it out.
Right. Absolutely, when in doubt.
Now, what's your favorite method of canning? Do you water bath or do you do pressure canning?
Water bath.
Okay.
Because I've done tomato sauce and like applesauce and jellies and things like that, because I have freezer space and we only keep so much for so long. So I do my corn and things like that in the freezer space. Now we may have to stop that pretty soon. So I'm going to have to get a pressure canner because I don't have one. My daughter has one, but I don't have one. So I don't think I'll have a problem doing those, though. It's about, it'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, no, some things you can water bath, some things you have to pressure can.
Yes,
so make sure you do your homework. Okay, guys. Big up Practical Tech in the building, saying hi, DJ. Hi, Mo. Happy Friday, Mike. Awesome chatting with you about arguing whether about Mountain Dew and Pepsi. Yeah, I know it's a Pepsi product, dude. Come on. But when you ask me a question, do you like Coke or do you like Pepsi? That's like saying, do you like Bud Light or Miller Lite? And I tell you, I like Corona. Yeah, I get you, bro. But it was fun arguing with you today. I know Mountain Dew is made by Pepsi. I do enjoy Pepsi, but I'm more of a Coke guy. But I mean, if I had my choice, it's Mountain Dew all day. But big up, Mike's. Happy Friday. Hope you have an awesome weekend, brother. I'm sure we'll chit chat. Mike, drop me in the live stream here. I want to know if you're going live tomorrow night. And while I'm thinking about it, because we talk, let me do the cheers real quick. Cheers, Mikey. Happy Friday, bro. My friend Coyote, you guys know him in the chat here. The Right's Trapping.
He was here earlier.
He's probably still here. Coyote, if you're still here, pop chat, let people know you're here. Coyote is on that 1K grind, family, and we all have been there. We all every single one of us have been at that 8 something, 9 something, and you want to get to that 1K. So if you guys don't have rights trapping, please do me a favor and get him. He's family. I still want. Yeah, you know you did, bro. I know you did.
You've done things I haven't done yet. I haven't done that yet. I haven't even went deer hunting yet.
I haven't either. If you guys have followed me, I want my very first. I've had a hunting license for 7 years, and until Swamp Stalker Outdoors reached out and said, you know what, infantry, I'll take you. Because down in the city, my friends are scared to step off the sidewalk and go into the woods. No, they're city folk. They don't want to go. So to tell them, let's go out here where there's snakes and alligators and try to go get a pick. No way. No, you don't have to do nothing. Just come with me. No, you said snakes and alligators. No.
Mike's not going back.
I don't want to go where there's alligators.
Well, I live in Florida. Alligators is like saying iguanas.
No, pit bulls.
Especially down in South Florida. In South Florida, I have taught my children in every body of water, there's an alligator. And when I say every, I mean a hot tub, a swimming pool, a lake, a pond, a water runoff ditch. If you put that in your mind, you won't have problems because every damn body of water, especially down in South Florida, has alligators. Now, up where I am up here in North Florida, we have them, but if you go to the springs, it's too cold. The water's 70 degrees. They're reptiles. They need to, stay. They're cold-blooded. So, right. Well, now, I had a snake the other day. The producer got to shoot her first snake. Hey,
producer.
Yeah, we didn't know if it was a water moccasin or a water snake, but either way, I've got 2 children and a dog, so I wasn't taking no chances. I was going to shoot it with the 410, and she's like, no, it's going to ricochet. Go get the pellet gun. Okay, here you go. She put one in him, and he hauled ass. So but I've raised snakes. I've held alligators. I've been around alligators my whole life. I've eaten alligator. I've eaten snake. But at the same sense, I don't have, as I said in today's video, I don't have a fear as much as I do a high respect for the animal.
Definitely.
I'm not going to go, come here, alligator, let me pick on your tummy,
Yeah,
Right.
you do.
Well, yeah, I do. Yeah. I play with alligators. My fishing partner about had a damn heart attack because when we were fishing Lake Okeechobee, and he's like, there's 13-foot alligator over there. I threw my frog and hit him right in the nose. And he started chasing my frog in. And he's like, when I say frog, guys, I'm talking about a topwater, regular pad crasher, frog. The alligators, they will chase that all the way to the boat. So I was like, I know he's afraid of them. And we're in a spot where there's a 13-footer over here, a 10-footer over there, a 12-footer over there, and 2 more behind him. And he's like, his hairs are standing up. And I'm throwing it right at the damn alligator. He's like, dude, you're hitting him on the nose. I'm like, I know. Isn't that fun? He's like, no. Bro, he ain't going to do nothing. And if he does, I got a 45 in the boat anyway, just for that reason. But it's fun to take people that don't know with somebody who's born and raised in it. It's like, yes, it's an alligator. I know it's an alligator, but if you do it respectfully, you know what you're doing, you're okay. If you're foolish, don't be foolish, guys. An alligator will jump in your damn boat and they will take you out. And when you're in a 17-foot bass tracker and the gator's 13 feet, come on, guys, do the math. It's almost as big as the bass boat. You really got to know what you're doing to play with them. So my suggestion, if you're ever in Florida, follow infantry's advice to my children. Every body of water has an alligator. Look at the people that get bit at Disney World. Look at the people that get bit stepping out their kayak, which I don't know why the hell you'd step out of your kayak in Florida into the water and then get on land. I would put my kayak like I do on land and get out. But everybody's different. You got to learn one way or another.
I want to say something about something Boxy said. Boxy, have you done a video on doing that yet? On the venison?
Help me out. You got to comment because I'm missing it.
He's talking about canning venison.
Can you do that?
Oh yeah. You can chicken, you can meat.
Well, chicken I know. I mean, I buy canned chicken. I have yet to can it, but Boxy,
you gotta do that because I'd like to know. I mean, I'm not gonna have a deer I wouldn't think anytime soon, but
Foxy, I
that,
want to educate the class right now here. When you say you're going to can the deer, what liquid or how do you prepare what you put the venison in? And if for those that don't know what I'm talking about, when you put meat in a jar,
oil and
you have to
cooking
put
it, or-
a preservative type liquid in there to keep the meat fresh, even though it's in the jar. Like vegetables, you can get away with just salt and water. That's what I've always done. I just put salt or canning salt if you want to get technical about it. I do salt and water, put the thing on there, and the vegetables are great. So I'm curious to know with meat, what do you do? Papa Rome's Infantry Outdoors. I'm passing out.
Sean, right? Everything wants to kill you in Australia too, is what I think. I think Florida and Australia.
Who's from Australia in here?
I mean, she may not be here now, but Amanda Thompson is.
Oh, awesome.
I think Jay went live again, so everyone.
Yeah,
He did.
see what Jay and I have started doing here is I'll be live for God knows how long. He'll go live, bring everybody here. Go back live, bring everybody here. Which I love him for that. Don't get me wrong. But it makes it hard because I can't contribute to his stream because we're busy doing this. You know, I always try, as you guys know, as best as I can to throw as much support back as I get, and sometimes even but it's hard when we all know it's Friday night and everybody and their mother's live streaming.
Right.
But I can't think.
Alexis is there now, so.
Yeah. Now I have another friend down there in Australia. I don't know if you guys know Andrew Fisherman. I haven't seen or heard from him in forever. If anybody knows Andrew Fisherman and can reach out to him and say, look, infantry has been wondering about you for a couple months. I really want to know if my buddy's okay. I know somebody in this chat has got to know Andrew Fisherman. He's been around forever. He's an amazing
support. But I don't know him. Like I haven't seen him in a while either.
Right. And I'm a little concerned about that. Last time I talked to him was when the Aussies were having the wildfires, and I was making sure he was okay. And if he needed anything, comment box. He says, I use water in the canning salt, minced garlic. And now Boxy, or I'm going to even ask Mo too. Do you guys specifically buy canning salt or do you use salt?
I haven't used canning salt, but I don't pickle stuff. I haven't pickled anything yet. I like pickles, but I haven't done,
I'm German, girl. I love me some pickles. I drink the pickle juice out there.
I want to do beets. Like I'm going to try to do beets and do pickled beets, but we don't eat a lot of pickles, so I haven't done a lot of that yet. I did some with my daughter one time.
Producer, you're going to remember you're like 8 seconds behind. Hunting is stuff. I know you, but have not seen him either. All right, so here's my Friday night mission for everybody in the chat that knows Andrew Fisherman. Let's try to find him. Mostly because I want to know he's safe. Again, I talked to him the last time was when the wildfires were going on, and I'm sure all of us remember that. It wasn't that long ago. He was okay then, and he said he didn't need anything. I'm the kind of dude where I'll send you whatever, bro. If I got it and you need it and I don't, I can help, that's me. I don't care if it's Australia, Canada, Thailand, wherever you are. If I can help you, I'm doing it. So I would just like anybody that knows Andrew, get a hold of him, make sure he's okay, and please get a hold of me or come in the chat or the stream next Friday and go, hey, infantry, I talked to Andrew. He's thumbs up. All right, great. That's all. He's been with me since like the hundreds, 100, 200, somewhere in there. So he goes, like I say, way back like Cracker Jack. I just want to know the brother's okay. So if you guys can do that for me, hey, I would really appreciate it. And I'm sure you guys dropping comments here would want to know as well, because he's a good dude, always good supporter, always there for you. Him and I would talk back and forth about the alligator versus crocagator, because you got crocagators over there and we got alligators.
They just got great stuff over there. Sorry for coughing.
If you go down to South Florida to like say Everglades National Park, which is out of Homestead, we have crocagators too. We have saltwater crocagators. They're nasty versus an alligator. Like I'll run from a damn crocodile. I will play with an alligator. That's your difference, folks. Crocagators, they're not
big, giant, crazy looking ones.
Yeah, no, he's got monsters where he lives. And like you said, everything in that damn country is out to get you. Everything.
It is. Amanda was talking about mutant foxes.
Yeah. Even the damn kangaroo is going to come beat your ass. You know what I mean? Now, I do have a piece of Australia here in our house. We have a northern Australian blue-tongued skink that's about this big. And his name is Gregory. He's really cool.
It's my son's name.
Oh, really? Well, we got him with the name Gregory. I got him when I was at the radio station. One of my sponsors' kids moved on to college, and he's like, look, infantry, I know you've raised animals and you've had all this stuff. I'm going to give you the snake. I'm going to give you the blue-tongued skink. And despite every effort I didn't want it, he gave us the damn tarantula too. I don't like spiders. I don't like bugs. My wife was like, oh, I'll take it. Yeah, and it never got touched. We're not spider people. But the snake was really cool. I actually gave it to a buddy of mine before I left down there just because we really didn't hold it, or I fed it and watched it. And that's not what an animal should be. So I gave it to a buddy of mine. But Gregory, oh, man, me and Gregory, every day I pet him. He eats dog food. He eats banana. Pretty much whatever I put in the cage, he eats it. I boil him up egg. He eat the egg. And then below him, we have a Russian tortoise. And the Russian tortoise, that thing... romaine lettuce, banana, strawberries. And it actually kind of reminds me I saw that video with you with that giant turtle eating strawberries. That reminded me. Now mine is like, we've had her 7 or 8 years and she's only this big. She ain't gonna get.
Everybody said that was a red slider and we haven't seen it again. So I don't know if it didn't like us being around it that day. We haven't seen it again.
Do you have water on your property?
There's a creek. No, there's a creek. Like,
it may have been a tortoise based upon the size of it. Because normally slider turtles are water turtles. If I'm not, the box turtle is not so much a water turtle, but the sliders. Because we used to catch greenbacks as kids. Get the little greenback sliders out of the ponds and stuff like that. We got alligator snappy turtles here. But what I saw reminded me of this, like a gopher tortoise, like we have here on the property. We got one. I mean, he's this big. He's a big sucker. Yeah. But every couple of days, you'll see him just hanging out, chilling. It's like, yeah, bro, enjoy yourself.
Oh, you need to film that. Have you filmed that and I just haven't seen it?
No. I haven't filmed him because we've only seen him twice. Now, the first day that we met the tortoise, we went down our backyard. We have a handicap ramp. We went down the ramp and he was just chilling right by the tree. So we didn't want my dog to mess with it, so we picked her up. We took the thing over to one of the trees by the woods in the backyard. About a week, 2 weeks goes by. We're checking out the property, and he makes it all the way out that way. So we're like, oh, he's still here. Great. Hey, buddy. And we kept on going. If I find him again, I'll film him just for you. I will film that tortoise. That way you can compare. Yeah, no problem. No problem. I do have a video of a giant slider that I caught in the city during the hurricane. I mean, this thing had to have been 6, 7, 8 pounds. He was big, and I had to grab him like this and carry him. That's way back in my earlier videos. If you scroll all the way back to the bottom, you'll see him. I think it's called Blind Guy Saves a Turtle or something like that. Okay. But, he came from the pond or from the water hole back behind the apartments, and he was like, I would say 300-400 yards away from his water, headed toward the street. And I'm like, no, I don't want you to die. Picked him up, took him back, and put him back in his environment. But yeah, that would be my turtle story so far.
Well, my daughter that was in that video, they caught a slider in Chicago when they were out on a walk, and they've had that for 10 years, I think. His name's Kevin. Oh, yeah. I wonder why turtles are named regular people's names. Because you named your turtle Gregory. Or no, that's the...
Well, our turtle, my son named, is Mrs. Turtle.
Okay, so it wasn't the turtle. It was the...
the lizard is named Gregory. And we kind of... Again, I worked at a Caribbean radio station. And one of the biggest names in reggae is Gregory Isaacs. We got him with the name Gregory, but the snake came with no name. So I have this really nice Bob Marley, I don't know what you want to call it, like a poster, but it's not a poster. It's a picture, like engraved picture. We ended up putting the snake underneath the picture of the Bob Marley. So I'm like, wait a minute. We'll call the snake Marley and we'll call the lizard Gregory. It's perfect. We got Gregory Isaacs and Bob Marley, the two biggest names in reggae history. And that's kind of how that worked. Well, you didn't leave it up long enough.
I was going to tell you about something. One of the other things about me, and the reason why it's called Mohomesteading is because it's more than. I'm a I'm an artist too behind the scenes, and I have my old instructor. I would call him my mentor. Started a program in Dallas, and he is an amazing sculptor, right, in clay and everything. Amazing sculptor. His name's Tomas Bustos, and he did recreations. He started a nonprofit to do recreations of the masters, like of the Mona Lisa and things like that, but in sculpture,
Oh,
so
wow.
that the people that were sight, I don't even know how to say it the right way, where they could touch it and feel the painting.
That's awesome.
It was cool. Last time I was down there was years ago, but they had started working on the Mona Lisa and one other one. But it's a big organization down there now, I think.
That's me being a disabled person, I love hearing things like that.
Like, how would you say that? Someone who is blind, what would be the right way to say that? What kind of organization would that be? Because it's not necessarily everybody's blind. They're not all blind.
Well, it would be anything under visually impaired.
Visually impaired.
Visually impaired. That would be the terminology for it, because, it's like you hear me say I'm blind. I am legally blind according to the world and society. I have no vision in the left eye at all, and I have minus 0.75% in the right eye, and that's with glasses. If you guys know anything about when you go to the eye doctor, they give you two numbers, 20/20, 20/30, 20/40, 20/50. With glasses, I am 2100. Without glasses, I'm 2400. What this means in English is what you guys can see at 400 feet, I see at 20. With my glasses on, what you guys see at 100 feet, I see at 20. I have to be 20 feet away to see it. So that kind of gives you the scale. And I have zero depth perception at all. 3D is not even a thing for me. 3D gives me a headache. So basically, my world is looking at a painting. It's flat. It's a flat canvas. If I get seasick, forget looking at the horizon, because it's flat. It doesn't do anything for me. If you guys ever get seasick, a little pointer from your buddy, don't look at the water, don't look at the boat, look at the horizon. The horizon's always constant. If you look at that horizon and focus on it, your seasickness goes away. Or jump in the water for 5 minutes and acclimate yourself to the current. That'll help you. That's how I have to do it. I have to jump in the water, and I have to let myself do this and let my inner ear get used to getting sloshed and joshed. But my whole life is a painting. It's a flat canvas. So to reach and grab for a soda can or a beer can, where you can say, oh, well, that's only 6 inches away. I can't tell you that. For me to shoot a target, I can't tell you that's 100 yards. I can't tell you that's 400 yards. I tell you that, hey, I see him in the scope and I'm going to shoot him. That's what I tell you. So visually impaired would be any scope of people that are impaired, that your vision doesn't work to the fullest, 20/20. Or I would say anything past 2100, you're visually impaired.
I was really impressed with what he did. It was really good.
That's great, man. And for people to take the time to even think to do that, he should get a damn award just for that, because part of this channel, whether it be homesteading, hunting, fishing, hiking, whatever it is,
better whatever she just did. She just cleared up your picture like massively. What'd you just do?
Who, the producer?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'm kind of trying to make myself look at this camera and not so much down here anymore. So I didn't even. What did you do to clear up the camera, Mo said? She says she hasn't touched anything.
Interesting. It just did it all by itself. Sorry.
No worries. No worries. But the whole thing with this program has been I'm so tired of people saying, no, you can't, you're blind. No, you can't, you're in a wheelchair. No, you can't, you got one arm. Well, that's hogwash, because I can do anything I set my mind to. I can accomplish anything irregardless of what anyone tells me. Where there's a will, there's a way. And my philosophy is you need to adapt, improvise, and overcome. If you can do those three things, no challenge is too big. And like you said, having someone that makes the art for a blind person to touch and feel what Mona Lisa looks like. My wife, yeah, the Legos, they just came out with Braille Legos that are in Braille that you can identify the colors and shapes by feeling it. Why the hell it took Lego 20, 40, 50 years to do it, I don't know, but thank you, Lego. That's very nice of you. You know, but again, with the visual impairment or any disability, there's also the side of, I want to go and be a homesteader. Well, nobody, I don't want to say this the wrong way, but on the average, nobody's going to help you because they're afraid they're going to hurt you. They're afraid they're going to put you in a bad situation. Let's say scuba diving. I'm not going to take a handicapped person scuba diving because that's a red flag for my insurance. Well, I find you guys the companies that don't say no. I find you the companies that say, come on, let's go. If you can breathe, you can dive. If you can get in this wind tunnel, I can take you indoor skydiving. I can take you outdoor skydiving. We have set up a rock climbing program in South Florida for handicapped people of all disabilities. So again, I want you guys, even with homesteading, I don't want you to say, infantry, I can't do it because I'm in a wheelchair. Well, no, you can. You can get a 5-gallon bucket, put some damn dirt in it, put some seeds. Guess what? You're homesteading.
That's right.
What is it? Jay's done being bored. He sent everybody over. Trapper Jay, my brother. We need to get him to talk a little bit about his homestead since he's so bored. Trapper Jay, tell the folks in the comment. We're going to read it out. Tell us about Trapper Jay's home.
He's not back yet.
Oh, he's not back yet? It's just a raid coming through?
Mm-hmm.
So we brushed on the start of your homesteading into you've got product, you have food, you've canned it. What else would we like to bring up for folks that may want to start homesteading? Because we have covered a lot.
Well, one thing that I always, especially from the beginning, is you have to change your psyche, is what I call it. So let's say you're starting out to do this and you decide you want to grow herbs on the back porch in your apartment. Buy a cheap dehydrator. Start dehydrating your own spices, dehydrating fruit that you can get on sale. You know, learn to do those things well. And then once you get to a point where you feel like if you do get to that point, or you could just be playing with it, you know, you could just be learning different things. But I would do dehydrating is a big one. Like I did onions this year. I dehydrated onions because the humidity is so high here that I don't think we could keep onions like most people normally do. The humidity's been crazy and our stuff's been going bad quickly in the house. So I started dehydrating onions. So now I can use that for soups. And I tried it. I'd never done it before. So for me, that's really cool because it works.
Dried onions. You dry them.
Yeah, you measure out so much, you put them in a little cup in water before you start your recipe, and then just put them in there. Even stir fries I've done it with. So,
you know, for me, I have 2 dehydrators here, and I've got 2 big ones. Like my uncle, where I learned about dehydrating was 1 through Boy Scouts, 2, my uncle actually started a jerky business. So we have commercial size, like this freaking big around dehydrators here in the house, which I can't wait to start using because I love beef jerky. My boys love beef jerky. Banana chips is another one. Apple chips.
My daughter does apple chips. And
hi all. Hi, Swampy Acres Homestead. Hey, that's Homestead. Perfect topic for you tonight. I hope to see. Let me give you your cheers. Happy Friday. Thank you for coming in. God bless you and your family. Thank you for your support. Along with everybody else that came in here in the last few little whiles. Let me take a breather. Let Mo take a breather. We're going to have a drink. We're going to have a cheers. Happy Friday, guys. If you're in the U.S., happy holiday weekend. If you're not in the U.S., I'll tell you again, call your boss and say, infantry said I'm dead. I could take Monday off. It's a holiday. Enjoy your weekend, but thank you for your support, guys. Thank you so much for being here. It means the world to us. Cheers, everybody.
Oh, onion seasoning.
Onion seasoning. Yeah, that's another good thing. But the thing that I want to mention, too, is some of the things that you're going to want to dehydrate. Believe it or not, you can do in your oven on the most lowest setting that your oven can humanly possibly go. I've done rosemary. We've done thyme. We have done cilantro and things like that. So some things you need that dehydrator for. Yes, you do. And dehydrators, they're not cheap. They do cost a little bit of money, but it's an investment you're not going to regret when you have it because, again, jerky, banana chips, apple chips, pineapple chips. You can dry out your nuts. You can, that didn't sound right. That didn't sound right at all. But you can dry out your herbs and your spices, and you can preserve, dry out your nuts. Oh Lord, infantry. It's a Friday night for sure. But there's so many things that you can do with a dehydrator and preserve so many things. I know even people that dehydrate flowers to use for teas.
You can do raspberry leaves too.
I've
like
heard
we have the black raspberry plants out there. You can use the leaves for tea. But it just didn't do very well at first. I didn't do it.
Mo, I would like, if it's possible, I'd like to see you send me some of them black raspberries. I've never heard of that. I've had raspberries.
They're very seedy, right? They're very seedy. So when you make jellies and jams and things like that, you have to strain them several times, but the flavor's completely different. It's like a rich, look it up, like Google it, and it'll even says it what it is. Hi, Swampy Acres. Bull
Daniel says, I got 100 things of garlic hanging up right now. Hey, garlic is an easy one. For you folks starting out in a homestead. Here's how simple garlic really is. Now, I've done garlic and I have done elephant garlic. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of elephant garlic. It's garlic, but it's this big. I'm not exaggerating one bit. One clove is probably more than you would get from 2 regular garlic size garlics. So garlic is as simple as peel a clove, stick it in the ground, wait. That's it. That's it. So if you guys like garlic, and I use garlic every night in every dish and every food I cook, it's a great way. This is why I started getting into homesteading. If you guys go to the damn grocery store, at least I don't know where you are, but when bell peppers start becoming $2 or $3 a piece, it's like, what the hell is going on here in the world? It grows from the ground. I live in Florida and we're paying like $6, $7 for orange juice, and it's grown here. It doesn't make sense. So and people
just let stuff fall on the ground. That makes me crazy too.
Right. And that's another thing. But if you guys want to cut your grocery store out, again, homesteading, harvesting, growing, raising yourself is an amazing thing because, like he said, 100 cloves of garlic. Mm-hmm. I don't know right now the current rate per pound on garlic or a bushel of garlic, but 100 things of garlic you're going to pay money for. He ain't paying money for it. He's got 100 of them. He's going to. I'm still full. Or no, I'm not. We're getting low. So
anticipatory.
Yeah, the producer's ahead of me. That means I'm not drinking fast enough tonight. But garlic is something everybody, I think, everywhere in every country and every style of life uses. And again, it's as simple as buy a garlic from the store and pull off a clove, stick one in a pot. Pull off a clove, stick one in a pot. Mm-hmm. One bucket. And wait. And when you harvest your garlic, you're going to have your garlic leaves, which you can use those. And you also have your bulb at the bottom. When you take your bulb at the bottom out, you just pull off a piece, put it back in that hole, cover it up, and guess what? You just started the cycle all over again.
Next year.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's my whole thing. He was saying he had that all hanging, I don't think I could do that here. I think it's way too moist, and I think it just everything would mold. And we're gonna do garlic over the winter this year, and then next year what I'll do is I'll can it into jars. So I'll mince it, and I think put vinegar in there and kind of mince it down. So I can
in the fall is what we just got from Bull. So.
Oh, you timed out Bobcat? Trapper J?
What?
Uh-oh. He accidentally timed out Ramsey.
Uh-oh. Can we pull that back? How does that work? I don't even know. My mom.
If you time somebody out, you can't. You can if you hide them. You can unhide them. But if you time somebody out, they just have to wait the 5 minutes. He knows.
Oh,
if he's watching, he knows it was
Trapper J, I always give my mods credit, but I don't know about that one now. You kind of slipped on that one there, Trapper J. But all that moonshine he's drinking, I kind of get it.
So yeah, he needs a pillow.
And for you guys watching in the stream, if you see anybody that's in blue, those are the moderators. They are, and I'm not kidding you for the better word of a doubt, they're like family. I have most of these people's phone numbers, addresses. We talk on a regular basis. That's why they're in blue. And as you guys grow with me, you will become family too. I mean, you're all family, everybody's family, but the tight, close family are in blue. So make sure you check out those channels, give them the support that they deserve, because they really do help your blind sniper out a lot, fielding my chat, helping the producer out, chatting and stuff like that. So thank you to everybody in blue. And for those that are going to be coming up in blue, we'll get there together. You didn't leave that long enough there, producer.
No, I was just saying Trapper Jay's freaking drunk.
Oh, well, that's Trapper Jay. At least it's not allegedly. Allegedly, boy, that boy gets drunk, hits the damn tournament the next day. I wonder how the hell he even makes it. But
oh, no, he may not be that far gone, but he probably as much moonshine as allegedly did. That's what was left in that bottle.
Man, and I don't know what kind of moonshine Trapper Jay has over there, but I can tell you the stuff I have that I make, and I kid you not, will pull turpentine off. You could drive your car on it. It was 160 proof coming out of the still. Now, you had the big ballsy people that I used to give some stuff to that was, oh yeah, I wanted to kick my ass. So I would make it 110 proof. But the average moonshine drinker is 90 to 95 proof, maybe 100.
There's allegedly.
There's allegedly. Speaking of that, he appears. What are these? Oh, we got Dan says, DJ, you got to step it up. Shotgun a beer. Well, listen, I love you guys to death. I really do. But I do have to host a broadcast, and I do want to try to make it to where I remember what I'm going to ask my guest. So, yeah, I'll finish this one because, look, I got two in front of me. But I'll be nice enough to kill this one. I can't do that shotgun and crap no more. I've been a DJ for too long. 20 years in nightclubs, overnights, drinking, and God knows what else. I'm past that point in life. I love you guys. I'll drink with you, but I'm not trying to get schnookered. I do try to keep it some on the professional level in the live streams and have fun too. Don't get me wrong. But if y'all want to get schnookered, hey, I'll kind of drink with you. And me and Mo got water, so
We'll make it captain.
Oh no!
Oh no, she got the water. For those that have the cookies and milk, we love you too. Nobody says you have to get drunk in the live stream. All I say is, as long as you're having a good time. I do this solely to credit you guys because you guys are amazing. You guys have helped me create a channel that, understand as a blind person making a YouTube channel, you really have to ask yourself, who the hell's going to want to watch this? Who cares what I'm doing? I mean, really think about it. There's 320,000 uploads to YouTube daily. What makes me different? Why would anybody want to watch? And over time, my wife will tell you that she used to tell me, hey, you're spending money. We don't have the money to spend. But as long as your channel grows in the positive way, I'm not going to say nothing. If it stops growing and you don't get the response, then we have to stop because, we're spending money we don't have.
Right.
And it has not stopped growing. And that's what I'm so thankful for is that now I can say, holy crap, I have 1,103 subscribers. I have almost 70,000 views, and I've been here for 3 years with 160 or 75 videos. There's people that care. There's people that want to watch. Y'all in the chat, come here every Friday. Mo's here every Friday. Judith is here every Friday. I mean, y'all blow me up. Believe me, you make me keep going, and I thank you, and that's why I do the cheers. So let's do one more. Cheers, everybody.
Okay. And I got two things I got to answer.
Sure.
Swampy Acres. I have chickens. My daughter next door, and we kind of help each other out, has goats, a pig, a turkey, and guineas. And I just have chickens, and then I did meat chickens this year. Boxy.
Y'all eat them goats? Hold on. Y'all eat them goats?
No.
No? Why not? I'm waiting for it. Now, let me tell you something. You got to try some curry goat, woman. You'll change your mind.
Nope. I got chickens.
She's like, I'm good with my chickens. Hey, curry goat ain't nothing to be sleeping on.
Which is next? There's a plan. I have a plan. Chickens first, garden first. Learn how to fish, learn how to clean fish, learn how to hunt, that kind of stuff. There's a plan.
Fishing's easy, sweetheart. All you need is bread and a bobber. You're gonna catch something. My kids catch bass. They catch the catfish. Y'all seen the catfish video? Every single catfish was caught on bread and a bobber. And if that don't work, hot dog. Hot dog is a catfish's best friend. People say, "Oh, I use chicken breast with Kool-Aid." Okay, I give you that. Hot dog, freaking chicken rig, and man, you're gonna catch 2 or 3 of them.
That's what allegedly and Trapper Jay did that one day.
Yep.
Was with hot dogs and Kool-Aid.
Yeah. We used to teach whenever we went camping and there'd be, kids trying to fish and they're not really catching anything. I go over there with a hot dog. Come here, kid, give me the hook. Put the hot dog on her. Mister, what are you doing? That's a hot dog. Just wait. Throw it out there. Just wait. Boom. 2 minutes later, they got a catfish. You caught a fish. That's all you care about. But bread in a bobber, you'll get blue. I don't know what you have over there. You get bluegill, you get bass, catfish. Fishing's easy.
Did you see what Judith said?
No. Feel free to read it out.
It'll be like 5 years from now. She says, "Can't wait till Mo goes trapping." I'm not going trapping.
I'm working on that. Like I said, thank you to Trapper Jay for all of this, especially for talking to me. And as a blind person, hunting is something, like I said, Swamp Stalker is taking me on my first hunt. I did not get a hog. I did not get a squirrel, but the experience was a lifetime of waiting, and I'm so thankful for it. And like I told him, I don't care if we get something or we don't. Dude, I'm in the woods. I'm hunting.
Right.
That's what it's about. The prize, mind you guys, the prize is if you get something. The experience is what it's all about. Learning how to do something. Like you said with homesteading, learning from start to finish, from the seed to the harvest to the canning. It's the whole process of it that makes it magical. And
and I want to know everything. That's my whole thing. I want to know how to do it the right way and remember how to do it the right way, even if I make mistakes. So I want to learn those things.
With trapping, that is what I say this, I don't know if it's right or wrong, but you have passive and you have aggressive everything. You have like fishing. You have passive fishing where you put your rod on a stick. All it is a cane pole with a line, and you shove it in the ground and you put it out there and you let it go. That's passive fishing. Aggressive fishing is like tournament fishermen, where they're running a crankbait, they're jerking a jerk bait, they're trying to trigger a response from the animal. That would be more aggressive fishing. Now the same thing goes for hunting. If you go out and you actively hunt the animal, that is aggressively hunting. Passive hunting, which is perfect for handicapped folks. Think about what I'm saying to you guys. If you're in a wheelchair, if you're blind like the blind sniper myself, and you can't see, I shove the trap in the ground or a live trap cage or whatever. I put some bait in it and I come check it tomorrow. Perfect, right? It's I don't want to say it's no work or nothing, because if you watch Trapper Jay, he busts his ass. But it's a different way for other people that now, if I'm in a wheelchair and I can't go do a stalking hunt, or if I can't get to a blind, maybe I can go down this game trail and put one here, one here, one here, one here. And tomorrow, maybe I got a squirrel. Maybe I got an armadillo or a raccoon or something. But at the end of the day, it makes it more accessible for those that may not be able to go with a big, heavy gun and shoot the thing and drag it. You know what I mean? So trapping is a good thing to know on the homestead, especially if you end up with nuisance animals.
They're asking to have links put up, and you've got Trapper Jay and Wrights is in there now. And you're funny, Jay.
Why? What did he say?
Do you guys need some more mods? Do you want to know people that you could probably do hunting and stuff with J&J? That's like one of my really good friends, and he knows how. If
have control of that. So let's see if infantry can remember how to do this. Here we go. Hunting and stuff with J&J. That I know he's a good dude.
Ramsey too, probably, and Amanda. Boxy even.
Boxy. I don't know why Boxy ain't a moderator.
You're so funny, Trapper Jay.
Trapper Jay, he's blue, right? It's not blue on my tablet, so Trapper Jay's blue, right?
Swampy Acres, what would you trap? What kind of traps do you use? Trapper Jay. Yeah, you're out of timeout, Ramsey.
Amanda. Wait, who was I looking for here a second ago? What did you just say?
Hunting and stuff with J&J, Boxy, Amanda Thompson. Those are people that will help you.
Drop me a comment so I can mod you, brother. Make your family. Big Booms, HB, YouTube, channel.
That's right. Link to get him.
Oh, yes. Family, we're on a mission to get Brother Wright, Coyote, from the Right Strap into 1K. If you don't have this amazing disabled veteran that served our country proudly and is asking for our help just to get to 1K, yo, if you ain't got the brother, you need to get him. He does some really cool stuff. He does some trappings. This is somebody I have a phone number for. Him and I talk. We, as you guys moderators and stuff, we're gonna get numbers, and we're gonna, y'all are the people I want to come hang out with. So rest assured, one day you're gonna see the Blind Sniper and Trapper J collaborating. One day y'all gonna see me and Coyote out coyote trapping and killing him, shooting my first. The family I got up in Canada, Big Boons is offered to take me places. Darren's Northern Life. If you guys don't know Darren's Northern Life, check him out. He is actually a partner in my channel. The reason for this is he is a legit outfitter in Canada and the Yukon. This man assures me if you're physically capable to go with him, he will take you hunting. He doesn't care if you're a blind sniper. He doesn't care if you have one arm, one leg, no legs. If you want to do it, it's called Northern Life Outfitters. He will take you. He's out of Manitoba, Canada, and the Yukon. Check them out, because these are people. This is why I did this, is to find the people that will say, come on, infantry. Come on, let's go.
Right.
I don't care that you're blind. I don't care what your situation is. Come on. You want to try it? Let's go. So
says that they have 380 acres.
Who has 80 acres?
380.
380. Hey, can I move in on the property? I'll leave right now. I'll hit the road tomorrow.
They can trap there.
Hold on, I'm looking. You got to remember, I can't read like y'all can.
Yep.
Where is he? Hold on, I'm looking. Oh, I got him. Bull Daniels, right? Yep. Gotcha. Bull Daniels, you're now family. Bam. Bam, bam, bam. Welcome, new family members. Let's do a drink, everybody, to the new family members. The new blue moderators in the house. Now, y'all got to take care of things as you would in your own channel. Everybody is respectful here. We all know that, but you're working with a blind person, so that's my moderator's kind of job. Y'all handle my business so that I can handle my business. And I love y'all for it. That's why you're family. Cheers. Trapper J, I have a question for you, bro. I love your intro. I love it to death, and I love you to death, bro. Can I do a voiceover for your channel? For your the part where you go, Trapper J Outdoors, in part by. Can I do that for you? Because I love it. I love what you did, but I think I can kind of take you to the next level with your sponsors. If you're okay with that, we're gonna have to figure out a way to link off of here. So, excuse me, so I can get it to you. But I think that's that little sponsor part. I can boost you. Y'all know I've been doing voiceovers for 20 years, right? I can do all kinds of voices. If you want an announcer voice, I can give you that. Duke's Traps. That's right. Get Duke's Traps because they snap the crap out of Trapper J. Things like mind you, I've been a DJ for 20 years, okay? So back once upon a time, it was, all right, guys, get out them dollars because the girls are going to make you holler. Here comes Candace on the main stage. Yeah, no, I've done it all.
Jay says I can voice over.
Oh, you want the producer to do it? She could do it. Let me tell you something. My wife, no bullshit, all right? I will put this worldwide. My wife has gotten a bigger damn paycheck off of one flipping commercial than I have in my whole career. And that's no lie. She got $1,800 given to her for a 60-second commercial. One. I have not made $1,600 on any commercial I have ever made or video. So if that's what you want, brother, we can arrange it.
Well, and I hate to go, but I'm probably. Yeah. Do you have any other questions for me? Because I probably need to go.
Well, let's do this. Let's. Okay, we talked about a bunch of things. Let's sum it up in Mo Homestead's words for folks that want to give homesteading a try. What would you say, final thoughts on homesteading, getting started in homesteading, and having a successful homestead?
I will always go back to the start changing your psyche now. And that is start looking into, like you said, look at what are all the herbs I use. Do that first. You can 5 cans of water bath tomato sauce in your kitchen without a pressure canner, without anything. Buy a set of jars. Buy some tomatoes at the farmer's market. Start doing little things now so that when you get here, you're not going, oh, I want to do this and I want to do. My daughter bought so many chickens. It was craziness. She first got here, I bet she bought 20 chickens, and then she decided to get an incubator and hatch out 30 more. And, she just kept going and kept going with it. And it was too much at once. So you have to kind of,
you got to,
rule number 1, don't name your food. Yeah. Don't name your food.
Don't get attached to it, because then it's not food, it's a pet. Now for me, let me ask you this now. You said you have chickens. Now, do you have meat chickens or egg chickens? There's a difference here.
Yeah. I have laying hens, but I did do meat chickens this year myself for the first time. Okay. So I raised them and harvested them. We got over 200 pounds of chicken.
Holy crap. What do you have? What breed? Because now you're going to teach me. I know egg layers. My best one I've been taught so far is Rhode Island Reds. Would you agree on that for egg layers?
For me, I can't say, because I don't like Rhode Island Red roosters. So I'm biased.
I don't want a rooster. I will not have her. I'll shoot that damn thing the first time at 5 o'clock. And no, he's dead.
I have Isa Browns.
Okay.
Golden Comets, and which one is it? Oh, California White. And I'm not going to say that they're like outstanding layers, but we get eggs every day from almost all of them. So we don't, and it's every day. So we get between 7 and 8 eggs a day, but we have 2 older chickens that were given to us from my cousin, and they're just, I don't even know what kind they are. Mm-hmm. But all the 6 that we get eggs every day. But now Pondum Outdoors, there are a lot of people that say Rhode Island Reds are the best one, but their roosters are just mean and nasty.
And that's what I heard this comment coming from Ramsey. Rhode Island Reds are both meat and egg chickens. I would agree. That's what I've learned. Again, I want, comes back to the homesteading, starting small. I want 4 chickens. I want 1 chicken for every member of my family, and mostly to teach my kids, hey guys, look, we're going to feed these chickens and they're going to give us eggs, and we eat the eggs. Like this morning, we had bacon and scrambled eggs this morning. My son had 2 dippy eggs. We call them dippy eggs, the sunny side up. I want my kids to be able to experience that. I want my oldest son to get off his butt and go outside and have to feed the chickens every day to get a product, to understand what that is and where it is. And then when that chicken doesn't give eggs anymore, you're going into peanut oil.
Well, Joe was just saying Americana, and I have to agree. If we would have been able to get Americana chickens when we first got them, but when you first go get chickens, chicks, you don't think about the big companies to get them from, and you just go to Tractor Supply.
Yeah, I was going to say Tractor Supply or Rural King, or any places like that. They have the little chicken. Even some pet stores nowadays carry chicken.
They don't have the specialty like the olive egg layers and things like that.
Trapper Americana are the best.
You get the different colored eggs, and they're fun. And
that's what I was going to say. You have 3 different breeds that you mentioned. How many different color eggs do you get from the 3 different breeds? Are they all the same color, or do you get different color eggs?
Some are light tan and some are darker. Like some of them are a lighter tan and some of them are darker brown, and then the white ones lay white. So I get 3 different colors, but I don't get like green and all that.
I just got from, like I said, when I got the food from the food bank, we got farm fresh eggs that were a grayish blue. And again, I'm raised, again, back to my sister and my grandmother. I know chicken eggs, and I know they brown, they're white. Or they're not white, but off-white. If you guys have a white chicken egg, that's because it was bleached in the store. That's why your eggs are white in the store. They bleach it. They take off the protecting coating. And FYI, if you didn't know this, farm fresh eggs do not have to be refrigerated. They have a protective coating on them that keeps them fresh on the counter.
But
So
my white eggs are white. My
really,
white chickens
like from the store white or off white? Because white from the store is like white eggs.
Yeah, they're probably a little off white.
Yeah. Because I mean, they bleach the eggs when whatever they are, whatever you buy in the store, whatever breed they come from, those eggs are bleached to pure white.
Trapper J says no, not true.
What's no, not true?
I don't know.
What's not true, Jay?
By the way, the 2 white ones. I just get on camera and then I forget everything.
Believe me, if I haven't been doing broadcasting for 20 years, these broadcasts would kind of get confusing. But thank God for my training, But like I said, with you guys, like Mo said, is you want to start small. Start with a plan.
Learn how to can, learn how to make your own pasta sauce and can that. Learn how to grow rosemary. Do one thing at a time and learn how to do it well. And then if you go, oh, hey, I'm going to move out of the city or I'm going to move into a homestead, you've already got some of that stuff under your belt where you're not just going out and starting a whole new life, and it'll be overwhelming.
Yeah, exactly. It's very overwhelming because you can imagine, like I said, the food bank delivery that we had was I'm a family of 4. I got enough food for probably 20, 30 people.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to look at it and go, oh, hell, what am I don't want to throw this food away. That's one thing about me. I do not like to waste food, and I will never, ever in my life turn anybody away to food. If you're hungry and it's the last thing I have, I'm going to give it to you because that's what I was raised. It's food. Food is essential. Food is life. If you ever turn somebody away from food, I don't want to think what the man upstairs is going to think of you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because food, it's not like I'm giving him clothes or I'm giving him a soda. Soda is past food because that's not water. Water is what you need to live. Food is what you need to live. So anybody that needs it, you got to have it. And the best way to do it is homesteading because what is where it was grown, what you put into it. What you put into this, folks, is what you get out of it. Trapper J said that the white legs come from the leghorn. And it's funny that he said that because when he said leghorn, you know what I think of? Remember the cartoon rooster? Your chicken. Foghorn leghorn was the chicken. That's right, son. This is foghorn leghorn, and I'm a chicken. And then you had that little dude. I'm a chicken hawk, bub, and you're a chicken. Yeah. No, I've been doing cartoon voices forever.
That's what I would say.
Kermit.
And Bull Daniels, that's awesome. I have one out in my garden because, we didn't do the whole garden this year, but there's random sunflowers out there. And I have one that's probably that high and has them everywhere. But yeah, I probably should go. I've been up on here for a couple of hours.
Oh, believe me, I promised my wife it wasn't going to go 4 hours, and here we are already after midnight. So,
I know, right?
I mean, I'm going to keep hanging out for you guys here in the chat. Actually, Mo, before we leave, there's something traditionally that we're starting now with the guest. Before you go, I would like for you to pick next week's topic. It can be anything in the outdoors. We have done hunting. We have done fishing. We have done camping. We have done first aid. We have done homesteading on our theme since we started doing this. So we have 5 topics that we've already done. Can you think of one you would like to see next Friday? It doesn't have to be one of those 5. You can pick anything pertaining to the outdoors, and we're going to do homework. And then the next thing we got to do is pick a guest. And you're welcome to come back by all means. What would you like to learn about?
Catfish. I would like to learn how to clean fish. But that's not something you can talk. I mean, you could talk about it a little bit, but
no, that'll have to. You know what? When we do this catch, clean, and cook, you'll get all the. I will make it a point to say, "Hey, Mo, ready? Here's the catfish." Now, I know how to fillet most fish. It's not hard. It's really not hard. But a catfish, I don't know. It's just something different. Even like a snakehead. Down south, we had snakeheads. Bullseye snakeheads. They are incredible eating fish. I'm so pissed I have not had the opportunity to eat one. My son catches them on accident. I'm out trying for 2 years to catch one and do a catch, clean, and cook for you guys because they're so invasive that I have not caught one. But it's that roundish body that throws me off. Now, if you give me a bluegill, that's a flat fish. You give me a bat, that's kind of a flat fish. It's easy. You just follow the backbone. And I know on the catfish, y'all are going to blow me up. Or if you do the same damn thing with a catfish. I understand that. But it's just something about, you ever seen a catfish? The ones here they got 3 barbs on them. For those of you that don't know, 2 pectoral fins and the dorsal fin has poisonous barb. Not that it'll kill you, but it will make for a very bad month afterward.
Called that finning when we were little kids.
What is it? Fin. Yeah, fin. Yeah. Yep. No, we call it spined. And in Florida, we have a breed of catfish called the walking catfish. This some bitch really, I mean, he will go from pond to pond. Catfish breathe air, so that those of you don't know that. He will go from this pond and slither across the ground like walking to the next pond. The difference between a standard catfish and a walking catfish is a walking catfish has no dorsal barb. They have pectoral barbs only. So if you catch a catfish that doesn't have a dorsal barb, chances are you got a walking catfish.
I'm trying to think of what we could do it on.
Anything, sky's the limit. As long as it's in the outdoor realm, we could talk about anything: guns, knives, gun shows, farming, tractors.
Let's do knives.
All right, that's actually a good topic. So
yeah, you can get dog bone, or there's a couple of other people that do some really nice knives. But dog bone knives, I don't know if he'd come on live though.
If you have someone that you would like to recommend to the panel, being that you are one of our blue mods, you know, you are family, so your recommendation does go higher than the chat. I mean, that goes for all of my mods. Whenever you guys recommend something, no offense to the chat, but the blue people have been here forever, and they are really like, we're a close-knit group, and we want you to be there with us too, but that comes with time. You know, you love people as you grow closer. If you have someone that you would like to recommend, or if anybody in the chat is a knife specialist and you would like to be a guest on next week's show, please drop a comment, let us know, or you can write to us, infantryoutdoors@yahoo.com. I'm on every social media platform as Infantry Outdoors. If you Google me, I'm the only one at the top of Google because I'm the only Infantry Outdoors. But I think that would be a great topic, talking about knives, because 9 times out of 10, everybody in this chat has a knife on them, around them, or they use it.
That's the other one. Reaper Militia and Dog Bone. You could have 2 up here.
If you want to get a hold of them on my behalf and say, hey, listen, Infantry Outdoors would love to have you as a guest next Friday to specifically talk about your knife making skills or your knife sharpening. Knives and everything else, you know?
Okay, so now I am going though.
Yeah, definitely. Have him get a hold of me, or even more if you want to reach out to me on IG or something. Say, hey, Infantry, I talked to him. He's game for Friday. All I need at this point, because I'm still learning, is their email address so I can shoot them the link, like I did with you tonight. I always shoot the links about 15 minutes before the broadcast, so not everybody's waiting. And I'd love to have anybody up here. Anybody in the chat? Did anybody in the chat pop up, say they want to do it? No? Okay.
No, they're just talking about Reaper Militia.
We got 18.
Same thing, Reaper Militia.
Reaper Militia. Okay. Well, if you guys can reach Reaper Militia, I personally don't know them, but I would love to meet them, have them on as a guest, and talk about their and that's what Fridays are going to be about, guys. I want, again, you guys see me every week. You've seen me for 3 years. You know who I am. It's not about me. It's never been about me. It's been about the community at large. So if I can bring, like, Brother Wright, I hope everybody got Coyote, the Wright's Trapping. We're on a mission for 1K for my brother. He is a veteran that served our country proudly. And all he's asking is that simple goal that we all reached ourselves or are trying to reach of 1,000. Help him out. If you don't have him, get him. All right. He's another great trapper. But that's what I want to do. I want it to be, tonight was all about Homesteading and about what Mo contributes to our community. Last week was Boons and Coyote. This is what I want to do with Friday nights is I want this panel. I didn't even want to call it a panel. I wanted to call it my guests, because that's what you are. You're welcoming. You're my home. Welcome. Enjoy it. We have drinks. We talk, and we grow together.
No, I enjoyed it. I really appreciate you asking me to come up.
Anytime. The Rice Trapping. Yep. All right. So Big Moon's just dropped Rice Trapping link. Can anybody give me a number on Rice Trapping right now? if you don't mind. Mo, I'm gonna let you. I know I've been keeping you longer than you wanted to be, so and it is getting late, but I'm gonna let you run. Producer says good night, Mo.
Bye, everybody.
And we thank you so much. We love you a ton, and thank you so much for being here tonight. It was awesome. And get a hold of me, and we'll talk about making that thing to make that stuff.
Okay.
Okay, you got me right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can send you blueprints, and I'll even send you my secret recipe that made $160 a gallon.
Cool.
All right.
I got that. All right, I'm out.
All right. Have a great night.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks, Mo. Guys, that's Mo Homesteading. If you don't have her, I don't know what the heck you're doing. She's been here for the last 2-3 hours, hanging out with us, educating us on homesteading. Check her out. Mods, drop her link for me. Mo Homesteading, as well as Rights Trapping. I want a number on Rights Trapping. 889. We're working it, family. We're working it. I know there's only a few people in the chat, but listen, guys that are here and moderators, share the brother out. You know, when I was at 889 or 880, I was like, oh my God, I'm so close. You know who I have to thank for, believe it or not, my 1K? Rights Trapping is one of them. Captain Clueless is another one. And the stream that it made it all possible in is my family down south, Island Life Fishing. If you guys don't know Ed and Brandon, man, you got to check them out. They are like fam, especially because we're all from South Florida. They were like Miami. I was Fort Lauderdale. So whenever Brandon came up, he fished my area. I fished their area. Island Life Fishing. Coyote helped boost me with some super chats, as well as Captain Clueless, to help and get me to where I was. So the least I can do is give them my all efforts and say, guys, he's got a good channel. The man served our damn country. You owe him that much. Go click a button. It don't cost a penny. It don't cost you nothing but your time to click the damn button, click the bell, and leave a wholehearted comment. Brother Wright, thank you for your service. Brother Wright, keep up what you're doing. Brother Wright, we going to 1K. I'm telling you, we're doing it. Share them out. Help them out. And any of my other mods, if you guys are on the road to that 1K, look, we're going to boost you too. And this isn't a growth stream. It never will be. But I never forget where I came from. I never forget what got me here. And I never forget the people that helped lift me along the way. So moderators, one more time for y'all tonight. A big drink for you. Thank you so much for everything. So next week's topic is going to be about knives. Hopefully we get a great guest coming up here. Big Boons, Mo Homesteading. Perfect. Thank you, Big Boons. And again, if any of you guys in the chat want to participate or you do knives, if you're a knife maker, a knife sharpener, let me know. We want your insight. So with that said, I think we're going to, producer, you want to keep going or you want to call it? It's up to you.
You can call it.
All right. Producer says we're going to go ahead and call it. We've been on for a good few hours. 2.5 hours. I'd like to thank a lot my guest, Mo Homesteading, for being here tonight. I'd like to thank each and every one of you guys for being here. I hope you have an awesome and amazing weekend. It really does. We look for, in this house, we look forward to Fridays. So much to where my son wouldn't go to bed because he wanted to be here because the producer was out. He was trying to be the producer. So I give the little guy credit, but you know, you're up past your bedtime. You're doing things you're not supposed to be doing. And I can't yell at you on a live stream, but he tried. You know, I give him credit. He wanted to be part of it. And that's what I'm telling you guys. I started this channel to hand to my kids one day. If they don't want it, great. If they want it, I hope they run with it. I really do. Boxy says, I'm running the Rights Trapping Sunday night along with my showcase channel. Perfect. Hey, Boxy, what time Sunday? Because I know everybody does live streams, and I'm kind of trying to get myself into the scheduling for you guys, and I want to be there. Believe me, I want to be there for everybody. So please drop me what time you're going to live stream. The producer has a pad over there. She can write it down. Boxy Outdoors, great live, everyone. Hit that. Yeah, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Thank you. No, I always forget that. Hit the thumbs up. Again, if you guys like it a lot and you want to drop a donation to help us out, paypal.me/Infantry Outdoors. You become a sponsor of the program by making a small donation, even if it's 50 cents. We're going to acknowledge you in the upcoming program and next week's live stream, which will be about knives. So keep the program going. Show your support. We also have Patreon, which, listen, I've been doing Patreon for 3 years. I don't know if it works. I don't, I think it's easier for folks to just drop a donation via PayPal.
Sundays at 8.
Sundays at 8. We will be there.
Eastern.
Oh, wait a minute. Sundays at 8. Ooh, that's going to be tough. That's going to be a tough one. But I'm going to make it. I'm definitely going to make it. We're going to make it work. We're going to write it down. Sundays at 8. Somebody drop a link for that channel, please. Or if you want to drop it yourself, now is the time for you guys to promote yourself. If you have any videos coming out, let me hear from you right now. If you have live streams coming out this weekend or this week, let me know so the producer can write it down. We will make every effort to be there for you guys. You guys do know how it is. Life happens, things happen, but I do want to be there for you guys. I come into that Shiner guy. We come into everybody's stream that we can possibly get a hold of. Allen Outdoors, my good friend Tim Allen. I know I got to get in his stream. He's been asking me, but he won't tell me when it is. So if anybody knows when Tim Allen goes live, let me know, because I need to go into brother's stream and just hang out. Trapper J, we always live stream on the same nights, but I still try to catch you. I have been catching your videos. I love that snap trap with you, and I believe that was your son or somebody's son. He did the smaller one. You guys do a great job. You really do. And I got to give you 2 thumbs up on my end. And I'm very thankful for your support. Check out the 40 question challenge we did today. I tagged 6 channels in there. Big Boons is one of them. Jag Fishing, Swamp Stalker Outdoors, Trapper J Outdoors, and who am I forgetting? Darren's Northern Life. So check out those channels, great channels, and check out the mods. If you guys are new here, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you know what's going on. But if you don't know what's going on, Wednesdays and Fridays are my days. Wednesdays for videos, Fridays for videos, and Friday night for the live stream.
Roxy says he goes for about 2 hours and raids Rob's.
Yeah, because Shiner's on Sunday night at 10. No, I know. So you're on before. Okay. Here's what I'm learning, guys. Okay. The way Friday night goes is I know Rob comes on before me. Rob carries over to me. I used to carry over to Trapper J because Trapper J was on after me. I don't know if Trapper J, are you still here? Or are you live after me tonight or what? What's the deal? So we can raid you. But Friday night, we have a pretty nice little stream going and it's working. Mohomesteading, hey guys, just got back to my laptop. Thanks, Infantry Outdoors. Thanks, everyone. Mo, you're always welcome. You're always welcome. Anytime you want to come on here, anytime you want to talk about a topic, you are always welcome in this broadcast. Always.
There's a list of questions.
On mine, no. I didn't, to be honest with you, I just didn't want to type it out. But you know who does have it? Shiner Guy. If you go to Shiner Guy, that's where I got my list. I used actually his list to answer you guys on camera. I'd look at the camera or I look at the question, I put it down, and then I talk to you. That's why every damn, thank God you guys commented on the good editing. Every question was a different cut. And I hate doing that. But when I have to read things, I don't want to do this in front of the camera and then answer questions. So I went like this. I'd memorize the question. I put the phone down. I count to 3 and I do it. So thanks to everybody who gave me credit on the editing. But Rob, Shiner Guy, that Shiner Guy has the questions in his video description. If you want.
Says she thinks Tubby Guy Outdoors has it in his description too.
Yeah, then there's a few people that does it. Now, if you want to run through my video, every question I put a text on the video. So 1 through 40 will be, as I say, number 1, do you like Coke or Pepsi? It will come up caption in the bottom. Number 2, do you like blue cheese? You know, there are questions like that. But it's a lot of fun, guys. And if you haven't tried it, even if you haven't been tagged, try it.
You tagged Coyote?
I did. I tried. Yep, the right strapping. He was the 6th one. Yep. See, again, the hardest thing about that challenge is picking your 6 people. And I'm not going to lie to you about that. The questions are easy. But then you want to pick 6 people that you want to shine or nominate, or I don't know how you want to call it. But the awesome thing about these kind of things, last winter we did a bunch of them. We sent around a bunch of tags, and I tagged this person, I tagged that person, I did this and I did that. It's great for your viewing audience because, guys, when Coyote does, I'm going to use Coyote as an example. Hope you don't mind, brother. We know Wright's trapping. We know he goes out and he traps. He gets coyotes and he gets things like that. When he answers these questions, you're going to learn more about your creator than just, I'm a trapper and this is what I do. because when we film, as we all know that as creators, when we film, it's focusing on the video at hand. Homesteading. Mo is going to focus on homesteading. Mo is going to grow this and she's going to do that and she's going to do this. But when you go, hey, Mo, what's your favorite food? What color do you like? Now we're getting into a side that we don't put into our YouTube videos because there's no time for it and it's off topic. So when we do these challenge videos like this, I think it's a great opportunity for the viewing audience to learn more about who they're watching, to kind of give you a more personal touch or a closer relationship. What do you guys think? I mean, that's my thoughts on it. But if you guys have any challenges at any time that you want the blind man to accomplish or to try to accomplish, man, just let me know. I'll take on every challenge I can. I've done the dog tag fishing challenge with Sawgrass Bassin. I've done, what else have we done? We did the 40 question challenge. I don't think I've done very many challenge videos, but I should get on those grind. But guys, that's where I'm going to leave you. Next Friday's topic will be all about knives, whether it's knife making, knife sharpening, knife using, whatever. Hopefully Mo will be able to get me lined up with the guests. Mo, feel free to IG me those informations and you can link them to me. You're free to give out my information to those channels that you mentioned to me. But with that said, guys, write to us at infantryoutdoors@yahoo.com. Visit our website. Give me your thoughts on the website. What do you guys want to see on the website? What more can we do on the website? infantryoutdoors.com. It's been up for a few months. Our merchandise, make sure you guys can shop, get our merch on Amazon. We have our logo t-shirt. We have the new shirt that I have not had a chance to show you because I haven't bought it myself, but the Tell Your Mom I Want to See Her holding the bass shirt is out. I have a Hog Wild shirt. We have a Get Hooked with a Bass, and it says infantryoutdoors.com. These are all available on Amazon. You guys can go buy them and show you. What is it?
Not a clue fishing just came in.
Not a clue fishing, man. You came in at the very end, but you know what? I'm still going to love you anyway. Happy Friday, Not a Clue Fishing. I hope you have an amazing day, an amazing weekend. I hope you're happy, healthy, and safe wherever you are. And I hope you have an amazing holiday weekend. And like I've said all weekend or all broadcast, if it's not a holiday weekend where you live, it's not Labor Day, we'll call your boss on Monday and say, DJ Infantry said I'm dead and I can have the day off. It's a holiday. Enjoy the weekend. So cheers, my brother. But again, check out the merch. It's not linked in this video, but it is linked in other videos. All of our merch, all of our rods, reels, lines, lures is all linked, and it's all on infantryoutdoors.com. If you want to show your support, that's a great way to do it. We don't make much off the t-shirts. As a matter of fact, I think it's only like $4 or $5 we actually receive from Amazon. But again, every dollar that we receive goes back into making the program, whether it's buying gear, paying admittance fees, whatever. And we're going to get bigger and better. And it's all thanks to you guys. So that's what I'm going to leave you guys tonight. Thank you so much to Mohomestead for being my guest. It was an awesome time. I hope it gave you guys a little insight into the world of homesteading and what it takes to start and run a homestead and make it successful. So on behalf of me, the producer, the little producer, the little producer, hey, I hope you guys have a wonderful night. May God richly bless every one of you. And thank you so much for being here every Friday. Enjoy your Labor Day weekend. Don't labor on Labor Day, okay? Enjoy the labor of love. Don't work. So with that, I hope that this and all of my adventures here on Infantry Outdoors inspires you to get outdoors. And until we meet again, I'm the Blind Sniper, DJ Infantry. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Have an amazing one. And we'll see you next Friday where we talk all about knives. Take care, everybody.